Why are you laughing?
Ah,
We start every episode. Ah ha ha. Hee hee.
ah,
Hee hee.
Welcome back to a short and maybe messy. Oh, this is not short. It's a messy bonus episode of
Right, can tap my knee.
รายการต่อไปนี้
I'm Jonathan.
Who are you? Third
Me?
person. Yes, you.
You always introduce me.
Yeah.
I'm back again. You change it
Yes.
up every time. How am I
I
supposed
do.
to know?
We love
I
changing
do.
it up.
That is
Yeah.
not what the script says.
Yes, it does.
No.
See? And I'm Kevin, and the Trinity of Mess is back. How are y'all doing
again.
after the snow and the weather like Taehyun the Jobu? Ice cold.
Ooh, hey, it got a little warmer. It's got a little warmer. It
Been
was ice
warmed up.
cold.
Warmed up.
We'll get into
Things
that in a
warmed
little
up.
bit. But y'all thawed out because I know that it was sub-zero in Chicago, and we
Oh,
just got a lot of snow
Oh, yeah, y'all
over
got
here on the
like,
East Coast, and
yeah.
our friends down in Texas got the ice and the stuff, and it's
Oh,
a mess. The
yeah.
US is a
Yeah.
mess. I mean, in many ways, because there's also ice that's causing mess.
oh,
Okay.
double. Hey,
Mm.
I see what you did there. Ooh,
So the ice is in every way is making mess.
it's mixing with all of our lives. Yes,
All of us. But y'all doing okay? Y'all hanging in there?
I'm
I got my hand
surviving.
warmer.
You wish you were warmer.
I have my
Got
little
his
hand
hand
warmer,
Oh,
warmer.
okay.
and I wish I was warmer. Yeah, I want to snuggle up with someone like Jobu was with Taehyun.
You can call Steven.
I was gonna say, don't you have someone to do that? Did I
Hey,
message you in
hey.
a
Anyway,
chat?
let's get to the.
Well, I gotta follow up after this call, I guess. But
Bloop, bloop. So, if you don't know, now you know. We are talking about season 2 of Netflix The Boyfriend, episodes 10 through 12. Get into it. And if you have not, you need to go into Netflix and watch the show and catch up because we're going to spoil the shit out of this. Okay. It's going to be like the milk that's been sitting in the fridge for 3 months. Okay. So you need to make sure
Spoiled.
that you watch it. Spoiled with a T. The
Mhm.
Boyfriend again is available to stream on Netflix Tuesdays. And if you're new to our mess and loving it like a fresh hole, like us and subscribe to our podcast wherever you are listening or watching. And make sure to leave a comment to engage with us. A little nasty one will work.
Like a fresh hole. What?
Yes. Yes.
All
Yes.
right. Yes. Yes. Please
Yes.
do like and subscribe. The usual YouTube nonsense because we're
Yes.
putting
yeah.
in extra effort to give you visual media.
Yes. Yes. We're giving you
Comment,
visuals,
subscribe,
not
share,
not this
everything.
kind of visual, but
Engage.
visuals.
Not
Yeah.
you get to see Kevin's nasty visuals. Yes.
Post your favorite eggplant emoji combinations.
Oh
Engagement.
yes.
Engage.
Yes.
Be creative, folks.
Be
We believe in
creative.
you.
Don't go too nasty though. We're not trying to get banned, okay? Just teeter the line. Don't cross the line, okay? Speaking of crossing lines, there are a lot of lines that we need to cross today. And one of them being, Jonathan, let us know who are the housemates, just in case people forgot. They need a little reminder.
All right. All right. I'll do the usual. We got. I know. I'm starting to love everyone in this house.
Mm.
Bomi,
I'm
23,
not.
university students. Ooh, hey, we have Hiroya, 29, art director, architect.
Mm.
Um, we have William, 34, IT project manager,
Hmm.
sexy man. We have Jobu, 26, marketer, marketing queen. We
Hmm.
have Hue, who is a 26-year-old graduate student starting his PhD. Um, we have Kazuyuki, 40-year-old lover from who's in telecom sales. We have
What?
Isaiah, who is a 32-year-old software developer who
Mm,
has lived in Australia. Yeah, I
yeah.
love to keep that in. We have Ryuki, who is a 20-year-old university student, baby
Who?
boy. He joined us episode 4. We have
Mm,
Tomoaki, who just joined us the last batch. He's a 31-year-old IT, another IT boy. A lot of guys
mm,
in IT, gays in
Yeah,
IT,
mm,
gays in tech, gays in STEM.
I
mm.
know. Go STEM gays.
Those STEM gays. And then last but not least, Kevin's husband, Taehyun, from season 1,
Might be
the boyfriend.
ex-husband, but we'll talk about
Oh,
that.
I mean, after this episode, ex-husband. Um, 35-year-old designer, who just joined us, episode 8. Love him.
Hmm.
Same with
Hmm.
Tomoaki, yeah.
Yes. Let's get into it. Episode 10.
Hmm.
It's day whatever. I'm saying 26, but that's not it. It's
The way the
something.
Yeah,
panelists are like, we have 2 more weeks left. We have
I
3 more weeks. I'm
know.
like,
I
damn.
I don't think
know.
anyone knows what
No
days
one
they're
knows
on
what day
except
it
for the
is.
people
Yeah.
in the house. So, William is waking up Isaiah after their night of fresh milk.
Ew.
And Isaiah mentions that the last time they slept together was 3 years ago. And I was like, wait a minute,
Add that to the flow chart. Add that to
we're
the timeline.
Yeah,
somebody in the comments, if you got a chart together, please send a
Please.
link
There
because we
has to
need to
be.
understand
I
this
know.
10-year backstory, whatever it is, and when it started, because clearly they have not been as forthcoming as we'd like.
Or
But what we,
truthful. Because
or
now they're
yeah,
saying like, oh yeah, 3 years ago we had like we slept together one night and William like couldn't sleep that night and it was
right. It
uncomfortable.
wasn't comfortable. And it was
I'm like,
clearly a hookup. So
yeah,
Yeah,
clearly,
of
they said we hooked
course.
up one night 3 years ago,
right.
It's like
but maybe Trey didn't like the session, so didn't stay till the
I
morning.
don't understand how he fell in love after one hookup. I'm like, is that good?
I
Like,
I
mean, I
think
can tell. I
I think
mean,
I think
put
that was
those
the
glasses
last time
on,
they
keep
hooked
them
up,
on your
not the
face.
first time they hooked up. That's what I think.
it was the one time that
Mm,
he slept over.
Right. That's the kind of the impression I was getting was,
mm.
yeah, William slept over,
And he
but the
left
time,
and he ghosted after the one
right,
overnight stay.
right, but the times, but they slept with each other before. That's what I'm
Oh,
gathering. So
because their story it has so many gaps. I'm
it's
just like,
has the gaps and they
I'm
keep
over them.
changing stuff.
I'm
William,
I'm
Yes.
Isaiah,
over
come onto the
them.
podcast. Tell us your
I'm
story.
over.
Yeah,
Clear
I
the
don't know what to
explain
air.
say.
yourself.
Explain yourself, please, because the girls
Yes.
are writing stories about you right now.
Right. Right. I mean, I'm not, I just need you to fill in the blanks. Like, the only holes we need to
Oh,
have are not in your stories, okay?
yeah. The only holes we need you to fill
Oh my
are the
gosh.
holes in this story.
Right.
I think.
Y'all are nasty as
I
hell.
think.
Yes. So back at the house, the rest of the guys are speculating what happened at the Wilzaya overnight trip.
Yeah,
And
they said Will Zaya. I was like, is it Will Zaya?
well, I said Wilzaya. I don't know what
Yeah.
they said, but I said Wilzaya.
Is that the
Uh,
ship name? Let's get it trending.
I think so. Um, And then, of course, the two lovebirds return with a brochure of where they're staying. I need that brochure sent to me, by the way, because I thought that place was cute.
Oh, you trying to
Um,
recreate the moment? Trying to recreate the episode?
let's just say that you already know who I could go there with.
You got a
You
hookup
t-
that
you
Uh,
clinged
two
on to you
know.
for a
You
decade?
two know. Jonathan and Patrick, you two know.
no, I
There's
don't
You
know.
too
know.
many. I
No,
gotta go through the
you know,
list.
because I've traveled with this person before.
Anyways,
Anyway,
they're all
uh,
gagged and goofed. They're like, damn, must be nice.
right. And then who I mentioned, he has to leave the house for in a little bit for his ceremony, his
Hmm.
That is
enrollment
the theme
ceremony.
these episodes. I mean, I know we'll get to it, but everyone's
Yeah,
just like, I
everyone's
gotta
in and
go.
out.
I was like, okay, bye.
Yeah, toodles. Um,
Toodles. I love Huey.
and then I do too. At the bus train station, I couldn't tell if it was a bus or a train
It was an
station.
airport. I think it was an airport,
It's
but
an
that looks so
airport.
It was the
staged.
airport.
That looks so
Oh yeah.
staged.
That was
Yeah,
either stage or cut, like they left the camera there. And then
they
what
did
irritated
because the
me,
camera
what
sped
they did,
up.
they're just like, what timing? I was like, it's a
I was
television.
like, y'all
Y'all,
staged
There
that.
were
Y'all staged that.
y'all, that
definitely a couple
production, it
hours
was
in
well
between.
done, but
Right.
don't act shocked being like, oh, what?
Yeah,
Right.
Huawei was going to the airport and he was going up the escalator, and then as we see
Right.
in the distance, we see Hiroya coming back from his
They
trip.
told Hiroya, they were like, you wait here for an hour until
And
what's
like,
it
and your
goes up.
queue.
Your flight got in early. You stand. I could just see them being like, you got to stand to the side and wait till this man goes up, and then you
Oh,
go.
for
But I
sure.
got off my plane like an hour and a half ago. I don't care.
Wait your
Well, I
turn,
will
sis.
say they did. You could tell that from the time Hue went up the escalator and before Hiroya came out, they did speed up the footage. Like it was
Oh, you could see
going
like the
five
escalator
speed.
like going a
Yeah,
little.
yeah. I noticed that.
So she didn't hit her mark. Got it. Got it.
Well, or whatever it may be. Who knows? Anyway,
hmm
back at the house, Hiroya returns. And low key, I was kind of like, at this point, I'm like, you know what? I did not want him to return so soon.
Same,
What?
I really
same.
didn't. But
I was glad she came back because then they're all like, "Oh, we gotta fill you in on all the tea.
No,
What
she's so
no,
happened?"
gossipy. I can't stand
yeah,
her.
I was okay with
Well, I got some
Hiroya
words about her
taking
later.
more time to come back.
Yeah.
Um,
Go 3D print back wherever you went. I don't know
No.
what you're doing.
and then at this point I realized Taehyun and Tomoaki never met Hiroya because he left before they came in.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was his first time seeing them. And also, once again, Taehyun's presence, I think, helped Hiroya move past Hue, which was
Mm.
great because we already know at this point Hue and Bomi got a street thing going
Right,
on,
right,
Mm-hmm.
right.
Mm-hmm.
and we don't want Hiroya messing that up because it's going really well, you know. And at this point, it seems as if that Hiroya had only been gone for about a week.
He said he was gone
So
for like 10 days. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
He's
So
supposed
was
to
it
be gone
that? I
for
missed that. That's a long
he's supposed to be
time.
gone for 2 weeks, but he was gone for 10 days. So he's back a
mhm.
little bit early.
Okay. So then the next day, allegedly day 27, probably day 38, who knows?
Day
Um,
99.
yeah, who knows? The guys are in the living room. Kazuyuki is going to spend time focusing on his reflection, so he wants more alone time. And he said he would not be on the coffee truck. At this point, I was like, is this boy about to leave? Is he about to bounce?
Yeah, I
And
was
then
like, are you leaving,
I thought
leaving?
so
But
too.
yeah, but then he's not. So
yeah,
he's
he's
He
just like,
just,
I'm gonna go
can.
stay at a hotel overnight and really
I think he just went to his room.
no, they said he went to a different
Yeah,
he
he
went
left.
he
He
left to a
left.
hotel because if he was still in the house, he would still feel like obligated to like join them in the living
So he
room.
really
Mm,
separated himself for
Yeah.
like a night or two.
he got to
Okay.
go write his poetry and then read it for everyone. That was so
It was
weird.
cute,
I
but
was
I
like,
thought
get
it was
off.
cute too.
I
Like,
love
the
that you
stories
two
were
always think
touching.
something's cute, and I was like, this man's annoying. Get him off the show.
I think he's cute himself too. I was like, you know what? I kind of
Get
like
him
Kazuki. Like
off.
he's
You're
cute.
wasting
I really
space.
like
He's kind of
Kazuyuki. I
handsome.
do like him. Um,
Oh, don't
Ta
write me a letter. Go away. Get off
well,
my
he
show.
wasn't writing a letter. He was writing in a diary for the most part, you
Yeah, I
know.
don't lock it with a key like they had back in the day. Like,
Anyway, um,
Trying to
Taehyun
lock
also
something else up.
mentions that he can't join on the truck because he had work to do. That's another thing.
mhm.
A lot of them
Everybody
were
busy.
also working,
Everyone working from
remotely.
home. Every girl's remote. But that's the life of
Yeah,
a like a designer.
Yeah,
yeah, it's
Like
true.
my
yeah,
laptop's here.
yeah, yeah. And then Ryuki is the one assigned as shift leader for the truck and chooses Jobu. So I was like, okay, this is cute. I don't think Ryuki likes Jobu like that. I was like, oh,
No.
hey, big sis, that
Yeah,
kind of
he said
thing.
like he said I'll pick Joe because we know we'll have fun.
Right.
Have some
And
fun
they
together.
didn't, which was like disappointing. I was like, wow, this is a boring coffee truck. All right.
I mean, it led to like a heartfelt conversation. Don't get
Right.
No,
me wrong.
Ryuki's boring. Just admit it. You can say it. I'm gonna say it for us.
I
No,
don't
you
think Ryuki
tired. You
is
were tired.
boring. I
He's
don't think he's
tired. He's tired.
boring.
You were
He was
tired.
sick. He was I wasn't tired. I was plenty awake, baby. I had my coffee. I
You
was watching that
asleep.
one.
Because Ryuki had
Yeah, because he has put me
yeah.
asleep.
He had like his own little shiny moment. Him and
You just
Kazuyuki.
like him because that second photo in his latest carousel is him shirtless at that sexy angle. Don't
Who
get it twisted.
said
We all
that?
know.
Who
We
said
all know.
that?
You don't
Lying
need
on
to
our
say it.
names.
Who said that? We don't need to say it. I know it's true.
Oh
Not for
my.
this.
Oh.
Not for this.
Not you, Kevin. I'm not talking about you here. I'm talking
Okay,
about somebody
good.
else.
Hey, I wasn't thirsting over the aunties at the truck. Remember, they were like, "You kind of handsome,
They
boy." I was
were.
like,
They were
Mm,
"He's a
flirting.
youngin."
They were very cute. I was like, okay, aunties, we see what you're doing. Okay, you want a little young buck. I get you. I get it.
No.
Um, and then also I thought it was kind of interesting. I didn't put two and two together that Jobu and Ryuki are both from Osaka. So I was
yeah.
like, oh,
Mm.
okay,
A
that's
lot of a lot of them are from Osaka, I think, if I remember, which was interesting. Yeah.
yeah, okay. Um, Meanwhile, we see Kazuyuki is walking around with his bag. He's writing his reflections down. He then goes into the story on how he met his ex, which was the day after his ex's birthday. And I'm like, this man, he ain't over this man.
He's
No.
Man,
not. I mean, hey, later on, I called it. I called it.
you
What did I
did.
say? I
But I
called
think
it.
You
we all,
did,
yeah,
yeah.
like, I'm kind of like, you know what? Something needs to shift for him. And I wasn't sure what it was at the time, but something needed to shift.
But
Hmm.
Kevin, I think you said it last time where he was like, this is maybe an opportunity to try and move on. So like it kind of makes sense. Like
Right,
didn't
right.
not working, but
I mean, that's what he was trying to do.
right, right,
No,
right.
we do find
So
out later that was a big
Yeah, that he's the
motivation for
one
him
that
being in the
left. That he's the
house.
one that
yeah.
broke up the relationship.
Right.
Mm-mm.
So that's good info. Yeah.
Mhm. So back at the truck, Jobu and Ryuki, they're talking, and is talking about wanting to come out. And now this is where I thought this conversation was very interesting to me. This is why I was like, I don't think he really that boring, you know.
He just hasn't been talking. He's like not. He's not being messy because we see he's
Oh,
scared
so if
inside.
somebody talks, they're messy. That's what you're saying. Got it. Got it.
And you a
Anywho,
talker. Let's.
And I'm wow, I
And
like how
she
you
loves
didn't
to
deny it.
talk.
You're like, yeah, Patrick, you talk a lot and you're messy as hell. I'm like, oh, thanks. Thanks.
Mhm.
Mm.
Anywho, Ryuki's
You
mom
don't say
passed
anything,
away.
Kevin. You talk just like me.
I
Anyway,
do.
yes.
I don't deny
Continue.
it. I just
Continue.
saying that Ryuki's mom died when he was
Hmm.
young, and he
Yes,
was
which is
raised only
sad.
by
It's
his
sad
dad.
It is
segue.
sad. Sorry,
Very
everybody.
The
That is
sad.
very
segue.
sad.
Right. That's what I wanted to get to.
Yes.
Hmm.
And that's why he's scared of coming out to his dad because he's like, if I'm rejected, I won't have a
That
family.
he only has one
Yeah.
parent, and I guess
Right.
he's an only child. Yeah.
Yeah. And he does say that a parent isn't a friend. And that is very true.
Mm.
Now, it depends. Because I do feel as if East Asian cultures are similar to a lot of African cultures where your parents are like, I am not your friend.
Mm.
Okay, I'm the parent. And I hear that from my mom all the time. Even though like she
Because
calls
you
me
were a
and tells me
naughty child.
gossip.
Yes.
I was actually not a naughty child, okay? I was very well behaved. Okay. So now
Look at how
willful,
close I have to
yes.
get to this camera when I smell some bullshit coming out from, from the computer.
I mean, I was very, listen, I will tell you this. I had a great attendance record in high school.
Hmm.
Mm.
I, and
When she
also
wasn't in them
remember, I think I
streets.
told you I was elected to student council.
Me
I,
too.
I was on the
That doesn't have to do anything
newspaper.
with being like good. Like,
Yes, it does because also the deans at my high school loved me. Like
mm.
and I got away with a lot of stuff too because the deans
There
loved
we
me because I
go.
was
There
well
we go.
Oh
I
my
did a
behaved.
God.
lot of bad stuff, but
And
I
that's
knew
I
the
what
right
I
I mean, the
mean.
people
worst
and
thing I
got
did
away
was
with
leave my
it.
classroom without a hall pass, and they just let me go to the bathroom because that's literally
Hmm.
all I was doing. So,
Right. We know what
so
bathroom you were going to.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. We know you weren't doing that shit.
you also know that was early 2000s. A lot of stuff was
Oh my
only
God.
the stuff
I
in our
like
high
how you
school.
keep digging your hole
The
more,
stuff in
even though
our
I'm
high
trying to pull you
school
out.
was happening
Digging your
between the
hole.
straits, under the stairwells. Okay, the gays were too scared to come out because that was early 2000s.
That's true.
So
We were.
Yeah, which is
very
Ryuki right now. Is too scared to come out because in
right.
Japan it is early
Yeah, that
2000s
makes
still.
sense. That makes sense.
Yes. And Jobu does mention to him, which I think, gives a little bit of comfort that there are other people in the house who are in a similar situation, which is
Hmm.
true.
I
And we
was
do find
confused why he didn't want to. I was like, that's such a like a weird response to say. Like he didn't offer any of his own advice. But then later on, we see that he,
Yeah. But
with
Jobu
his
also
mother being so
mentioned
accepting,
like a few episodes prior
that
when
he
they
didn't.
went to Niseko that he did say that, oh, like I didn't come out to my family. I
Hmm.
just introduced them to
Mm.
my boyfriend at the
Yeah, yeah,
time,
yeah,
and they were
yeah.
just
Yeah, so
cool with
he
it.
he has a whole different experience. He doesn't have that kind of
Right.
moment of
Right.
coming
Him
out
sharing his
and
Yeah, yeah,
experience
yeah.
in that moment, I think would have and this is why I'm like Jobu actually, uses his brain. Sometimes he does think with his whole, which we have seen.
which we see later.
Yeah, but in this case, he was using his brain. He's like,
Hmm.
I come from a very privileged situation
Mm.
where not everyone else has this situation. So
Hmm.
him giving his situation, I don't think would have been helpful in that moment. But I think the comfort was there's other people in the house who are in a similar place where they are not sure if they can come out to their families.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So anyway, back at the house. Later, Kazuyuki is writing in his room as the guys are in the living room talking about his situation. Jobu
This was
mentioned,
cute. I love
yeah,
this. Like when Jobu, Hiro, and Bowman, they were all like sharing the blanket, and they were
hmm
like, "All right, spill the tea. Let's get it, girls. We'll
yeah,
fill
and
you
he
in."
wait. I think are you talking about the blanket later? That was a little later because right now I think they were just all of them were in the living room talking about Kazuyuki's nature to stay in his room and be alone is something that's not necessarily in with something that he typically does, and he's forcing himself to kind of do it. And at this point, Tomoaki actually seems to be opening up to the group and
Yeah.
feels like he's fitting
Mm.
in, which I
Mm-hmm.
thought was really nice because he was
Yeah.
contributing to the conversation. He was, I was warming up to Tomoaki by this point. I was like, you know what? I
It's
see
like 10
you.
days in or whatever. He's
Yeah.
finally warmed up to the boys.
Yes, finally did. Um, then in the city, was this in Tokyo?
I don't remember, but it definitely wasn't. They weren't in Hokkaido.
Okay, so still because at this point, Huey is doing his is with his friends celebrating his enrollment into the PhD program. And I was like, I don't know where Huey is studying. That wasn't very clear.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is some big city in Japan. I just don't know which one.
I
Um,
think it was Tokyo, no?
I think it was Tokyo.
Probably.
Because
Probably.
later
Um,
he reveals, yeah, he went to Tokyo for something. So,
Yeah. So Huey
oh
mentions that he met
Oh
someone
yeah.
he likes and shares Bomy's pic with his friends.
And they were like,
hey.
"Didn't you hook up with that dude like
Uh,
3 or 7 years ago, or like multi?" Oh yeah, that's right. Shh.
so they met up for dinner, and it seems as if Bomi was the one who approached Huey back in the day, which was like a year prior to all of
Mm.
this. And also, were y'all feeling these girls? I was feeling them. I
I
I was like,
love
these are
these
some
girls.
good
They were asking all
girlfriends.
the right
Oh yeah, they were
questions.
Yes, they
like good
were.
friends. You could tell that like wasn't played up. Those girls were like,
They
we
were
don't
like,
care that
"Girl,
the
how you
cameras
feel
are
about
here.
him? Do you like
Yeah, yeah,
him? Then
yeah.
hmm
tell him. Let him
We
know
will
what's the
kill
tea."
him if he messes with those girls would
Literally.
kill
I mean, they
Bomi if he
also
messed with
like
Fue.
were using judo terms, so they would literally kill him.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally.
They said, "Let us know, and we'll jump that twink. Let us know."
Well, and I
Uh,
think he mentioned that Bomi had never been in a relationship before, right? And they were
right.
like,
Oh
"Oh," I was like,
yeah.
"Yeah," and I was like, "Yeah, girl, me too." I'm also like, "Oh, we better
I
Yeah,
be
mean,
and
that's
they
careful a little
okay
bit."
still. I mean, I don't
yeah.
know if,
Yeah, he really hasn't given red flags. I'm just joking, but
yeah, I don't know what
surprisingly, he
his
hasn't.
concerns are, whether
Not
it's
like
like,
someone else in the house that Jesus Christ, where he's got the deed to like property signed with William, but we'll get to that
hey,
later.
we'll get to that. Yeah, I like that what did they say? That you can set the standard for him.
hmm
Hmm.
That he's never been in
So
a relationship, so you can show him like what it means to be in one.
you can
Exactly.
tell him he needs to cook and clean every day for you and not look at another man for the rest
Ciao.
of his
Woo!
life.
Anywho,
Period. That sound real good. Period.
back at the house, next day, back at the house. There's the little lantern with Kazuyuki's picture on it.
I
His
uh,
know.
extra,
I kept
yeah.
seeing that and I was like, what
I
is
was like, girl, she
happening?
ain't die.
and then Ryuki took the day off as he had school. And then Isaiah is assigned as the shift leader. Of course, he chooses William, and I'm like, You know
Yawn.
what?
Don't
I
even
I
give
was
him the shift
I
lead.
was
Like you're
thinking of
wasting
even
it.
just fast forwarding at that point because I'm kind of
Same,
like,
No, there's
same,
so many people online
same.
that are fast forwarding through William and Isaiah's parts, and I'm like,
I
Because
dude,
it's
mean,
the same thing every time. Oh,
yeah.
baby,
After a
I
while,
love
it's doing it's.
you.
We're like, we get it. Y'all are together. We're
Right.
happy for you. We don't need
true,
it
true.
beaten into us
Yeah,
by
I'm
this
I
happy
know,
point.
for
but
them. It's just
I watch everything.
boring.
I watch everything
Well,
I
I said I
watched
considered
because
it.
you
fast
never
forwarding.
know.
I watched it. I considered fast forwarding. I didn't
Correct.
actually do it, but I considered it.
Hmm.
Um, so at the truck, of course, all they're doing is serving coffee, being a couple. Okay.
They're so cute.
Back
I like when they put the photos together. I
yeah,
wasn't sure how that was gonna turn out, but that was
it
really cute.
turned out cute. It
Yeah,
turned
it's
out the way we
fine.
expected. It was all gonna be cute. It was gonna be fine. Anyway,
That's a
back at the
polite way of saying
house.
it is boring and predictable.
Yeah,
Well,
it was
yeah.
predictable. Back at the house, Jobu, Horoya, and Bomi are acting like sisters. This is when they're in the blanket
This is when they're in
together.
the blanket.
Hmm.
Right.
I thought this was so cute. Like I like moments like this
It was very cute.
when
And
they're
I
just
was
like actual
definitely feeling
friends and
this.
you see how close they are.
Right.
Mm.
And Jobu mentions after that roller coaster, with him and William, he chose to support people in the house. And then Taehyun and Tomoaki come up and fuck it up. They fuck up his plan.
He
Okay.
said, "Me and Taehyun, that was awkward boots."
Right.
It was though.
It was very awkward. And then
It's still kind of awkward later, but
but then we get this footage that happened earlier that day. Like not earlier the day of the truck, but earlier of the day
yeah.
when the three sisters were in the blanket.
Mm.
Taehyun straddled behind him in the
I
living
oh yeah.
room.
Ooh. I screamed when I saw that. What was
I
that?
did too.
You don't do
And
that to your
then
friend. You don't
also
do that to your
Taehyun
friend.
said he
I guess you
likes
do.
guys with defined features and height is not an issue. And I'm like, excuse me, what is happening here, Taehyun?
The ice is melting. Let's say
Uh,
that.
uh.
I was like, girl.
She wanted to
Anyway,
taste them frosted tips. I don't know.
I don't know, child. So then Bomi talks about him and Hue to Hiroya. And we find out that Bomi even dreamed about Hue the night before, which
Hmm.
is very
He
cute.
going through it. He going through it.
Which
Foamy is
is
like
Cute.
so cute.
so into Fue. It's like cute
Me
though. I'm
too.
not annoyed. I'm not annoyed
I'm
by
not
that.
annoyed either. I'm
That's
like,
a
this
lot
is
of
really
people
cute.
are rooting for them,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they're
yeah,
tired of the
same. And you all
Wilzaya,
know
and
me. I'm the first one out of the three of us. It's like these two are annoying.
they're here for Huni
um,
or
After the
Bone
truck at a
Way.
cafe, Isaiah is asking about the future
Of
again.
course he is. Jesus.
But luckily, William, I think,
At least it's new
understands.
information this
Right.
time because William is like, I am not so sure about my parents. I guess he still lives with
Mm.
his family. Or I don't know if
Oh,
he
I
was
don't
just saying
know.
he was to be
I
kicked
didn't
out
get
of the
that.
family in general, or
Hmm.
just
I
I
don't
didn't
know.
get that. I got more of that
he
he
wasn't sure how they would react.
exactly. I didn't get the oh, I'm living with my family. I got
Why?
the I
Because they
want
were
to
like, weren't you with this man 10 years ago and you blocked him? Why are you back with
That's not what I was
I'm
getting.
No,
I
because they
was
said
so
that they will. He's not sure if they would kick him out, and I was like, does that mean kick out the family or kick out of the house because you live with them?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was
Oh,
thinking the family because I mean he had been living in Spain and I think his family still lives in Peru. So
he's living with some family in
But kick him out for
Barcelona.
what? For being gay? Girl,
that's
Which
he's
not
I'm
what
all
I
over
like, they
was
the
don't know
internet.
about your
You,
whorish life, sir. They don't
right.
know
He's
about.
all over the internet. You think some gay cousin didn't tell the auntie and then the auntie be telling them, like, that
yeah,
stuff be
that's
getting
I
through.
think
Girl, the streets
and,
know who you
and
are.
also I don't think it was
Correct. Took
necessarily
one episode
because
here.
I think he mentioned how they have an expectation of who he's going to bring home.
Hmm.
And I think at the end of the day, William and Isaiah are on the same page where Isaiah's like,
You
he
my ride or
wants to meet his
die.
parents. He's a ride or die. And
Hmm.
William feels comfortable introducing him to his parents. Like,
Mhm.
so I think they're on a good footing. And at this point, I'm kind of
So
like, you know
good
what?
that
Y'all,
The
I'm
foot is out the door.
yeah, I'm already like, you know what?
Thank
I
God.
do not need this at this point. I was literally thinking, I do not need them in the show anymore. They're set to go. I'm happy
Yes.
for them. I want them to
Leave.
do well.
I
I
don't know.
want them
I
to
was
be
waiting for the ball to
successful.
drop. I was waiting
Yeah,
for
I'm sitting
some
So
here
was
like
I.
drama.
something. What is going to happen next? So anyway, later at the house, Kazuyuki comes back after being gone for 2 days. Hue returns.
And it's cute because
Azai,
they're all there. They're finally
they're
all
all
10
there.
boys are
Yeah,
all in the same
yeah, yeah.
room.
And they were
For
all
like
like,
two
let's
seconds.
celebrate and have dinner. And then Isaiah's like, sorry, I have to ask William something. And I'm gonna go out with him. And in my head, I'm like, y'all see each other every day and you just saw each other. So what else do you need to talk about
No, I
now?
was so scared when he did this. I was like, what does this mean? I was like, are you gonna propose? The whole time I was like, are you gonna
Oh my
propose?
That did cross
God.
my mind because I was like, if I see a
That would
ring
have
come
been
out, that would have been
wild.
a
I was like,
mess.
you've reconnected for 2 months. Well, you're gonna
Not even
propose?
2 months at this
You're
I
point.
gonna
still think it's too fast in general.
Yeah.
Like, I get that they have a connection, but it's like, oh my God. He,
Oh
like,
my
this man
God.
ghosted you for years. What are you, like,
But
Yeah.
it
talk
was
to your,
fate
go
that brought
back
them
to your
together.
girlfriends. I'd be talking to my friends being like, yo, I'm into this. And they'd be saying, Patrick, stay away from this man. He ghosted you.
I wish we got a moment with all the boys and their inner friends, like how we got with Hue and Dai
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
I think that's a good time to really get a good sense of,
Hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
real
Yeah, who
them.
they
Because your
are, the
friends will
real.
air you out sometimes.
That's,
Right.
yes, they will.
So anyway, later while
But they got a
cooking
redo
dinner,
of Lake Mashu.
yeah, well, later while cooking dinner, Bomi is rubbing Huey's belly and being all touchy-feely, and he's like,
His
"Ooh,
belly.
did your thighs get bigger?"
Mm,
And
mm.
then
Oh,
he's like, "Did you come back early to see me?" And then Huey goes
he's
like,
like, yeah, I
"Yeah."
did.
And I'm like,
That,
That's so
"Okay."
that is cute.
So I was like, "That is so cute." I was like, "Yes."
all
Um,
this skinship.
And then meanwhile, Wazaya, they're walking over at Lake Mashu. The last time we saw them there, it was all
It was all
foggy, so they
foggy, so
couldn't see
I
it.
was. It's
Oh,
gorgeous.
yeah.
It
It
is
was pretty.
beautiful. It is beautiful. And then we realized it's also a part of the opening sequence shot, like the panelists pointed that out. And I was like, oh
I know. They
yeah.
were like, oh my God. I was like, okay, yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
And then Isaiah expresses how he's happy and never knew how things would be seeing him, like seeing William. But a month had passed by this point, and
And
Isaiah's
he
like,
said
I'm
his
ready to
hole is
leave the house.
quivering. He's
And
ready
so
to.
is William. And I'm like, and in my head, I'm like,
I thought he
great.
was gonna drop down on one knee and be like,
I did too. I was
"Will
very
you marry
concerned.
me? Leave this house and
Que
marry me."
conste kudasai. Be with me forever,
I
No,
was,
please.
no.
I'm so glad that didn't happen because
I'm so glad that didn't happen. Yeah.
I would have
William
been
would have been
pissed
like,
off.
I gotta think about it for 3 to 10 more years. I'll talk
Right.
to you later.
Right. But William was ready to leave. They're on the same page. I'm like, I'm happy
I
for
didn't know this was
you.
an option that they're like, we're leaving the green room. We're leaving the show because there's no more content you can get
Well,
from
what
us.
was interesting is
Yeah,
like we talked at the beginning of this being like people were leaving left and right last season and we are going good. And then starting from this episode, everyone's like, nah, you know what?
I'm
Eh.
okay with people leaving,
Yeah, it
because
makes
imagine if
sense.
It
we
makes
had to
sense for them
deal
to
the
leave.
whole series with these two in it. Again, not being a
But they can be
hater.
the established couple that is there for advice or still there for
No, they need
drama.
to go live their life on their own. Like
At
for
least
real.
like Dai Shun had drama because Shun was always like, well, today I hate you just because I
Yeah.
feel
And also,
because
He
I
yeah.
said, "It's
because I
raining
want to be a
today. I'm not
demon
fucking with you."
twink.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like at this point, I wanted some drama. I
I
wanted
wanted
some
some drama
mess.
from them. I wanted like one more fight or like an Eds comes up or like
Well, the thing
Something.
is,
something.
with William and Isaiah by this point, we weren't going to get any fights like that, just simply
Yeah.
because they had worked out all their kinks already. And
They
honestly,
worked out the Kings day two of seeing each other. Yeah.
yeah, and honestly, a lot of their stuff really wasn't that deep. They just needed to be honest and open with their
Yeah.
communication. And once
Hmm.
they did that, they were good. Now, what they served on the show for me, and I think for a lot of other folks too, is they gave us a good example of how to communicate with someone that you're interested
Mm,
in. Because I
mm,
do think more times than not, gay, straight, whatever kind of relationship you're in, people have this pie in the sky idea of what a relationship should look like. and don't realize that your relationship could look however you and your partner or partners want it to
Correct.
look like. You just need to make sure that it's rooted in honest communication. And if
Hmm.
you do that, then it's going to work very well for you. But they gave us this example, and I applaud them for that, for really working it out. And they were tough conversations. Even
Yeah.
Isaiah bringing up the future every time he
Every
got,
second.
as
Every
annoying as
bite of
that
chicken, every
I
was.
bite of
think
crab, every
as much as like I'm not really like Isaiah is like not for me. It's just nothing personal, right? But
Right,
like I
right.
think low key, deep down inside, I'm like William gonna hurt you at some
Oh,
point. So I think that's what my whole like beef with them because I was thinking about it. It's like, why
because you
am I
still don't
like
trust William,
so
even though
no, I don't because he seems like every time he
that he
responds to
might run
anything,
away. He
maybe
might
it's
be a little
just his
flighty.
eyes. It just looks like, it's like when my mother always told me as a kid, like, look in my eyes so I know you're not lying. I feel like there's just
He
something doesn't
makes
seem
great eye
right.
contact though.
he does.
Does he though? Something about it. I don't know. I'm like
You're like,
overthinking
I
it
gotta
because
trust.
like I just that dude's so into him. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see people get hurt like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I just
feel you.
get
I feel
nervous
you.
because one person seems way more into you than the
Hmm.
other. Not saying that William's not, but it's like not the same like level.
Well, I would say this, kind of in William's defense.
Hmm.
I have learned in my own experiences
Hmm.
that it is better when someone's more into me than I'm into them.
I was about to say some people like when the other person is more
Yeah,
into
Yeah,
them
of
because then
course,
it
of course, of
confirms to
course.
me that that person feels really good about
is not
me. And
gonna
if I
run
feel
away.
really,
Is not
yeah, and they're not
gonna.
going to run away.
See, I want
That's,
people to be equal, but it's my personal
well,
like
I think you could be
approach.
equal in other
Maybe
ways
no one's ever
because,
equal. Maybe
yeah,
there's always
because
someone that
they,
likes the other person more.
Yeah.
yeah, because that does, I feel as if liking the other person more than the other doesn't mean you're not on equal footing because I'm
Hmm.
someone who, now I'm not sure about William. This is where William and I may differ. I feel as
The one
if
time y'all
I'm
differ.
in a relationship with somebody, I'm committed to that person in
Hmm.
whatever way we're committed to them, right?
Hmm.
But I feel as if for me to be committed to that person, they need to show me in their actions and in their words that they really like me.
Yeah,
So
they're
Yeah.
ready to put a
usually
ring
I'm
on
going to
it.
need
Yeah.
someone who's more into me than I'm into them. But I'm going to be in that relationship. I'm going to be committed to it till the
Hmm.
very end. If there, and that's if there is an end. But um I don't think that's the case for other people. And I can't say that's for William or not. But I do feel as if
Yeah,
William
yeah.
breaking down shows that he's in it for the long haul. But also, I can see your point, Patrick, because he
Yeah, I'm
could.
just speculating. It's
Right.
just, there's yeah.
We'll see after the show's over if they're still together. But
Well,
Mm.
allegedly, they are both in Brazil right now.
I
So,
know, right? Or they
yeah,
were earlier this year or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
whatever
or
it
last
was.
year.
Mm.
Um,
Anyway, back at the house, will Zaya come
this
back and
was so
say
sad.
they are changing clothes? And then time passes
They're
and they
like,
come down
damn,
with their
they
luggage.
fucking in there. Where
Right.
they at?
They come down with their luggage
That's
and
what I thought
announce
too.
the
I was
news.
like, oh, okay.
That would have been
Mm.
wild if they were doing that in the house.
They said one last smash in the house before we go.
It's like y'all
Chris
can
in the
do that
green
when you get
room.
to wherever y'all need to go.
Chris in the green room. In the sauna. Oh my God.
Ooh, in the sauna. But yeah, they come back with their suitcases and everyone's gasping like, oh, no,
They were extra shocked. And I'm like,
because
really?
I
they thought they're
wasn't.
contracted for the whole 60 days.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Jonathan, at this point, with people leaving in and out of the house, do they really think people are like stuck in the house for 60 days?
I
To
think
Jonathan's point though, I think they got so much good promo prior to the show from William. They probably like, you can go. You know how much money we made from you just
they're
being
like, we got
hot.
some good footage out of
Yeah,
you.
yeah, we're good because he's
Yeah.
on the little cover for Netflix, the little icon or whatever. It's
Mm-hmm.
just him,
Mm-hmm.
nobody else.
Mm-hmm. But also I feel as if like I think producers know that they're already together. There's nothing more they would have given us.
Hmm.
Also, they are they paid for this? I actually don't know. I know in the
I
I
don't
US
think
don't
they would
so.
know.
get
I
paid,
don't think
but
so.
I don't think
I don't
so.
But
think
it
they're
was so
paid
sad.
either.
Everyone was balling. Hiroya
Yeah,
was
I was really
balling.
surprised because I wasn't shocked they were leaving. I was like, great. Congrats. I'm so
I
happy
was
for
kind
you.
of like, yeah, I guess so. You don't take up any more screen time. You don't take any more dates from other
Right.
people.
Right.
But everyone was so sad to see them go because they were there since the beginning. They were part of the OG squad,
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Yeah. So
and
I
they were part of that older squad
Oh,
too.
that's
So,
right. Yeah.
Yeah. I in a way I get why people were sad.
I
Because
mean,
they
Jobu was
did. I mean,
balling
if you
too.
live in a house with somebody for a month and you really getting to know them and you just click, it'll be like, let's say, all of us BL baddies were just living in the same house. After a while, we might tear each other apart, but we gonna love each other down.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, you know. Um, So anyway, they're shocked, they're crying. William
It's
makes this really
cute.
nice speech. Everyone hugs them goodbye. That last frame of Jobu was so petty.
Well, he waited until everyone left and then was like bawling on the couch.
Right. He was
Oh,
distraught. And
He's
to
he
just
said, "I
very
miss my chance. I miss
sensitive.
my
he is
chance."
sensitive. He is very
He's
sensitive. And
sensitive. That's my son. That's my baby.
and then Tomoaki was crying. I'm kind of like, oh,
Mama, you just got here.
right.
Right.
Why?
They don't know who you are. They're like, what's your name again?
I'm like, why are you crying? But also at the same time,
I
I'm
mean,
I'm
notice the
also like,
contrast of this to the next person that leaves. I was like, interesting.
well, well, next
Fake
day.
Mm.
hoes. Fake
Next
hoes.
day, we're now on episode 11. Next day, Jobu is still going through it. Uh,
He said, "There goes my
and it's kind of
baby."
like, okay.
Hey.
Then I guess he and Tomoaki were waiting for Taehyun that morning as well.
Mm.
And Taehyun came down late.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess
he
they
was
were gonna
gonna he
eat
was gonna eat
breakfast
breakfast with
together.
them.
Yeah.
Homeboy was like, "Whoops,
Oops, I
go
overslept. That
Menasai."
Yeah, he said he
happens.
slept in.
That happens. Later, Hiroya is made the shift leader, and he chooses Taehyun.
And the way
My
Jobu was
favorite
throwing
thing
daggers, he was like,
Oh, wait,
"Girl."
my favorite thing with
Mhm.
Taehan is whenever he's chosen for anything, he just got this. He looks like he's like
He's
getting a deer gonna
shocked.
get
He's
hit
like,
by a
Yeah,
car.
he's like,
His eyes are always
he's that meme of the guy being
like,
like,
dude,
"Me?"
everyone thinks you're hot. Did you not
yeah,
watch
and you're
season
from the
Season
one? Oh
one,
my
previous.
no
God.
people paid him dust, so now he's like,
No,
"Damn, I'm hot shit."
but like, did you not read the Discord online? Because that's everyone thought you were like one of the best
Everybody,
people.
It was just,
everybody.
yeah. Season one
Somebody
hoes
had to.
were
He always
blind.
looks so shocked, like it's genuine too. He's always like, "What, me?"
Right.
His eyes like start to glimmer a little. It's like,
His
oh,
eyes glimmer and they get big. Like
yeah, they
he's
do get
always
big. It's
shocked.
so cute. Every
It
time it
is.
happens, I'm just like, I see. I'm like, oh, I see what Kevin sees.
Yes, yes. Um, Also, I noticed, I don't know if y'all noticed because
I
you can
skipped
skip the
the
opening
intro, yeah.
sequence, but the opening
I did
sequence was
skip it.
updated showing William and Isaiah together,
Oh,
which
they
was
should have
Mm.
forced us to watch it. They shouldn't have allowed us to skip it.
yeah,
Oh,
but I
that's
Mm.
noticed that and I was like, oh, that's really cute. Anyway, at the truck, Taehyun mentions how he worked at a coffee shop in South Korea and in the
mm.
UK. I was going to clock him if he did that in the US because I was like, you came in on F1, you can only work on
You're like,
campus.
that
Like
was
I was
illegal,
clocking
mama.
it.
Garnish
Okay.
them wages.
Right. I was like, wait a minute. So I'm glad he just said South Korea and the UK. And I was
No.
like, good
Come
job.
on,
Good job.
international student knowledge. Teach them.
Yeah.
International. No, but
So
they look like they were kind of hitting it off. I mean, Hiroya loves to talk. She was
yes, he
chatty Cathy
does.
here.
Hiroya is definitely has the gift of gab. I think he puts himself down a little too much, because I was like, you know what, Hiroya, you know how to have a conversation. You
Mm.
know how to
Hmm.
keep people interested.
I mean, he said that he likes cultured people.
He likes cultured people. They're both in the design
They're both
world.
in the art world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Taehyun said that the shift was more fun than what he did with Jobu, and I'm like, clearly,
That's all right, Shade. Maybe
right.
because
That was
Yeah, I
you
definitely
was
you
like,
you
shade.
you woke up today. I don't know. You had your coffee today,
slept in
Right.
for 30 minutes. Yeah.
right?
Maybe.
Like,
And then the panelist said maybe Jobu is too energetic for Taehyun, and I'm like, I
I think
don't
I
know.
think Taehyun was just a little.
He was being a princess. That's
She was
all.
being a princess episode
Yeah.
because Hiroya was. I don't know. It wasn't that
Hiroya just
different.
Hiroya just was hitting the vibe in the right
It was
way.
the same kind of convos though. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
but
it
I
was
mean,
just
they have the
the
commonality in the
circumstances.
sense that they're both in art and design.
Yeah,
So
so
there was a
Yeah, but
baseline to have a conversation.
mm,
And remember
hmm
with Jobu, he was starstruck and nervous. Like
yeah, he
he didn't know
was
what to say.
because he's a
And
hmm
good talker. So
right, but he was just so nervous, you know.
right.
Back at the house, Hue is wearing a hat. I'm
Don't you
like,
put that in
okay.
there. You
I
said he
was
Um,
like,
looked cute in that
okay.
hat.
He did look cute. And then later, Hue and Bomi are talking with each other on the sofa.
Hmm.
Hue
Hmm
does says something about that he's not too close to his mom. And Bomi mentions that he would come out when he finds someone comfortable to be with.
hmm
And he also wants to include his mom when he moves in with his partner.
Which I was
Now,
like, oh,
What
now,
did?
will that turn people away? Oh, I don't know.
well, I would say
Mm,
I don't know if
yeah.
I
this.
want to live with a boyfriend and a parent.
Well, I get where he's coming from, because in West Africa, at least like at a certain point, your parents are supposed to move in with you because you're supposed to take care of them.
Mm.
Now, I already know my relationship between me and my mom, and she gonna live down the street.
Right?
Like I,
yeah,
I was
people do
like
that
maybe a
where
Close,
couple
but not
blocks.
too
your mother's in the
close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a couple
basement or like
houses
she's in
Oh
the
my,
down.
not
attic.
the basement,
Yeah,
But
not
Jonathan.
she's
like
on the
she not
first
Whoa.
we're not
floor
doing
and
an
you're
in-law suite, like not in the same house. She gonna be two houses down. But
Oh
I
my
get where he's
gosh.
coming from, because
Yeah.
he wants to be a bigger family.
right, and I totally get that. And then Hue gets teary-eyed, which we haven't really seen Hue get
She loves to hold
emotional.
back.
No, yeah.
And he said that when he went to town to visit, he came out to his mom.
I
But
gasped. I was
I was
watching
That's
during my
shocked.
real.
lunch and I literally just gasped and somebody looked at me in the kitchen and I was like, you don't understand.
Yeah, I was stunned.
He
I
said it
I
so casually too. He's like, yeah, I just said it. And I was like, what?
This was so sad.
It
This was
was.
Yeah.
And
this
he
was
said
so
that his
sad.
mom was shocked to hear that.
Mm,
And then she said, "Can you fix it?" And I'm
yeah.
like, "Girl, this is not Bob the Builder. Like,
I know.
you
That's like
can't
one
just fix it. It's not something you
Yeah.
of
can
the worst
fix. It's
things you
not
can
something to
say.
fix. And Bomey teared up and he
But we started
said,
bawling.
and what Hue said was fixing that feeling means erasing everything I feel. And I was
Mm,
like, yeah, because you can't just turn off who you're attracted to and who you end up loving.
It's
Like
not a
right.
phase. It's not a trend. It's not.
it's not a trend, it's not a
Correct.
phase. It's not
It's
it's
not just
not
a
like
preference.
restarting
It
your
is.
computer. It's that's not what
Yeah.
it is, you know. Um and he said it felt like saying the person I am doesn't exist anymore. And I was like, wow. And Bomi hugs Hue, and
They're
then
both crying.
yeah, and Hue says that his mom said that you're still my son, that will never change, and you can talk
Yeah.
to me about anything. And at this
I'm
point, I'm
glad she
like,
said that.
at
Yeah.
least,
Yeah.
there's an opening for growth on his
hmm
mother's part.
That she just doesn't understand and doesn't. Yeah, I
And
guess
I
she just
think a
doesn't
lot
understand. Yeah.
and I think a lot of parents like are worried for their child but don't say it correctly when
Right.
this like comes up because even my like I found out there's a little personal story time because even my mom said something not to change but like years later she's like I was just worried that like life would be harder for you. I was like, oh, like
Mm,
that's very
hmm
sweet, but maybe think about how you express that when you say
Yeah,
something.
it can't just be
mhm.
like, can you
So,
not do that?
but
Can you hide it?
they don't know, right?
Right.
So like,
They don't,
hmm
yeah. And this is where you got to sometimes give grace, right? Because
yes.
it's new for
hmm
them too, right?
She
Mm-hmm.
didn't like yell
Um,
at him or throw him out or like
right.
Correct.
As
say
Yeah,
long as
yeah,
she
yeah.
didn't,
disgusting. She was just
right.
like,
Hmm.
can you not do that?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bomey starts sobbing. Like at first he was teary-eyed, but at this point he was
He
sobbing.
was like
And
uncontrollably sobbing, and I'm like,
yeah,
damn.
and it's like, what do y'all think Bomey is feeling at this point?
I think it's just like what we just talked about. I mean, we've all had some can everyone I feel like everyone can relate in some way, even if you're like it all goes well. Like something doesn't go well with somebody.
Hmm.
Nobody ever has it like going perfect with
Right,
everyone. So
right.
Yeah, I think he was just super. empathetic and like just
Hmm.
felt that pain.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And after he just said that he wanted to like live in a house with him and a mother and like so like he wants kind of
Yeah.
like a mother figure in his life and he sees that like that might not happen with
Right, right,
Who?
Huey's
right.
mother.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. It just kind of hit him hard.
Yeah.
I was like crying too at home. I was like, this damn is sad.
Yeah. It's
Hmm.
very sad. It was very sad and
But
very
it was a
heartfelt.
good moment for both of them to like really
Yeah.
open up to each other.
And they were really hugging each other. And I just love the amount of comfort they were
Yeah.
attempting to give each other.
Not
And
attempting.
I mean, it's hard. The reason why I
I
use the
know.
word attempt is because you're already really sad. And then you're
Uh-huh.
trying to give someone else comfort
I know,
while
yeah,
you're
like Ibomi
uncomfortable.
was trying
Mm.
to
Yeah.
be strong for him, but then end up just breaking down crazy.
Exactly. That's why I'm like the attempt was there. And I think it was successful in
Yeah.
that. But not
Hmm.
meant like not that was not meant to be shady. Y'all know when I'm going to be
Yeah, yeah,
shady,
yeah, I know, I know,
I
okay?
I
know,
know, I
I
know,
know.
I
But it
know.
was
Yeah.
cute and it
Yeah.
was like all out in the open on the couch. I was like, damn, no one else is like, why are they bawling on the couch right now?
I guess they were like, let's give them their moment.
Producers were like, leave them alone.
Get
Yeah,
out of
let
this
This
them
is
room.
have their
good. This is
moment.
good
And that's
footage. Leave them
right.
alone.
I also love how Chiaki, the panelist that Patrick said is Shun, pointed out
The one
how
you said is me. You're like, that's not Shun, girl, that's
Oh,
you. And I'm like, you're right.
our blonde baddie. The blonde
but
baddie.
yeah.
Yes.
I love how she pointed out how trusting Hue must be of Bomi
Hmm.
to share something that deep.
Yeah.
Because
He
Hue,
still didn't
is
share it
not a very
to the rest of the
emotional
house.
person.
The
Yeah,
whole
Hmm.
3 episodes.
yeah,
He only told it to Bomi.
yeah, only Bomi. And that just says so much about how much he really enjoys being around Bomi and how he feels about him.
I ship them so hard now after these 2 episodes.
Yes,
They're so
Yeah.
cute
yes,
Same,
me
same,
too.
same,
together.
same.
Oh,
So next day, Roya made a cute flower design, one per each member of the house, including William and Isaiah, even though
because they're
they're
working on a
gone.
hoodie
Yeah, to
design.
put it on a hoodie.
This is really cute.
Um, and
I want the merch.
yeah, and Taehyung said
Definitely that says
This
he's
man needs
assisting
to
with the
go. Leave
design.
the house. Gosh.
Roya, hold on now. Hold
Yes.
Haruoya gonna be
on.
knocking on your door. Watch.
Hold on.
Do
check
it. Knock
Hold
check your
on
away,
now.
corners.
baby.
So Haroya said that he would not hesitate to go on a date with Taehyun. He was definitely intrigued by how smart and
He said, "Oh, he
professional
knows red not
Taehyun
gonna
is.
come out on a shirt." I don't know. Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. I love a
And
man
Yeah,
that
I thought
knows
that was so
printing.
interesting. It's like, okay.
Ooh.
mhm.
He said,
And
"Tell me
then
more."
mhm. And
Also,
then
I was like, is that true? I guess I don't know much about t-shirt
I don't
printing,
know
but I
if you're
was
like
like,
silk screening or if you're like I don't know that
oh,
many
like
yeah, it
doing it
colors.
the
depends on
old school way.
how they're
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
it,
yeah.
how they're
Yeah.
transferring it because yeah, the
Yeah.
colors
Okay, that makes sense.
could
I was
not
like,
transfer
they
well
be putting
depending
red
on what
on
it is.
shirts all
I
the
think
time.
it's supposed to be a green shirt maybe 'cause it's the green room.
Yeah,
So maybe red
and
on
we
green.
didn't get too many
Well,
details
yeah.
of what exactly these hoodies
Maybe
would
he'll
look like.
3D print us a mock-up of a shirt in another
I don't know if
episode.
you're gonna do all
Lord,
of that.
This
Lord,
man
Oh my
give her
God.
a break.
Right.
can't help
S-
it.
So later the guys go bowling.
This is
Um,
cute.
this was
It was
cute.
cute.
You could really tell that Tomoaki is like getting along with everyone. He seems more positive, and honestly,
Mm,
it's really cute. I was
yeah.
like, you know what, Tomoaki, I love seeing this growth. I love seeing how
Hmm.
you're really warming up and settling in to
Yeah,
this group of
he's like
guys.
playful with them. Like you see,
Yeah,
he's one of those people. You need to get close to someone to really be. You know,
yeah. And
Yeah.
Kazuyuki scored the most,
of course, Grandpa, old
and the
man. I
person who
was like,
scored the most
he was
got
really
to
good.
choose
Yeah.
who to go on a date with at some point, allegedly. I didn't realize this until much later. Um, so
Mm.
late that night, Kazuyuki is in his room reminiscing, like that Mary J. Blige song, reminisce, reminisce,
I gotta listen
reminisce.
to
Yes. So
that.
anyway, and then we
Jonathan's
hear
like, Mary J. Who?
No,
he knows who
no,
Mary
my
J.
mom
Blige
loved
is.
her.
My
Yes.
mom get Kevin. This
Oh,
Anyway,
when she gets
child.
low,
anyway, he goes into uh the
a sad
story where
story.
his dog died.
They had a
And
golden retriever together that
yeah,
was 14 years old.
Mm,
yeah.
And yeah, the story about like how
I
this
thought it was a
dog slowly
Labrador.
it said golden retriever
I
or
remember seeing
lab.
I don't
Labrador.
know.
But
One of
anyway,
those. A
anyway,
big
it was
dog.
a dog.
A
So
Big
big
dog.
dog.
and remember
Named
this,
Jazz.
yeah, name Jazz. This happened about a year ago, a year before the relationship ended.
Mm.
And that's when he said something like his future partner has to be someone that really loves
Yeah,
animals.
because he loved that this dude was so passionate about this dog and
Right.
stayed up all night during his final
Hmm.
moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, boy, go back with your ex,
Yeah, at
please.
this point, I'm like, you
I
need
was
this
like,
man.
I can see what you're doing. Go back, go back.
Right.
Yeah.
In the living room, Tomoaki asked if folks want to do a random clothes swap the next day.
This was cute.
And I was
Absolutely
like,
Yes.
this
not.
is so
This is so
like
cute.
I know Patrick, you'll be like, absolutely
No one's
not.
touching my
Absolutely not. You gonna
clothes.
be ruining my clothes. Get the hell
No,
away from me. I
mm-mm.
ain't
I
wearing
mean,
your
part of me was thinking that too. I
polyester
was
blend.
like,
Yeah, because I was like, if you're the wrong size, you gonna stretch things out or mm-mm. Anyway, but I love the way that he's being goofy and he was
mm-hmm.
being serious. Because the next day they do swap
They all
clothes.
do it. Yeah,
Yeah, they
Yes.
do.
he was
Because
wearing
I knew he was
Jobu's
in
pink
Jobu's pink thing. Yeah,
pink.
Yes,
That
he
he
was so, I
was.
was
was.
like, I want that set. Drop the link,
It
Jobu.
was so cute. It was
DM
very
Cute.
cute.
Jobu.
And they were
Just
calling,
ask permission before you DM.
Ooh,
okay. So Tomoaki was being called the clothes swapping witch. At least that's what the translation was.
Wicked Witch. Yeah, the
Yeah.
translation was like
Yeah, it was a
Paints
little
Witch.
wild. Um, I couldn't tell who exactly swapped with who. I was
Yeah,
trying
I
to
could
figure
only
that out.
clock
Yeah, I couldn't really.
No, Jobu's outfit, but I
Yeah.
couldn't tell everyone
Because
else's.
everyone else dresses the same as
Yeah,
each
everyone
other.
dresses just like whatever. I think
Yeah.
Ryuki looked like he was wearing like Taehyun's hood, like sweatshirt. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
I'm not
maybe.
sure.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. Then Kazuyuki interrupts the fun. And he said he goes into
He
this,
said, "Bye,
speech
girls."
saying his motivation was to put an end to his 15-year relationship and start a new one. But
But he
as he
said,
started
"Psych,
reflecting, he
that's my
realized that
man."
his ex accepted all of him. And he said he's leaving the house to get back with his ex.
And I called
Mm.
it. I called it. What I
You
said,
did.
chat.
It's
Yep,
true.
you
Leave a
did.
comment if you called it.
Yeah.
I called it.
Yeah. But honestly, he needed to do that because he was so like his whole time in the
He wasn't
house,
over it. I mean,
everything
Yeah,
reminded
it's
him of his
true.
ex.
and
Everything
he's
did.
knowing that he's the one that left the relationship. So I'm like, oh, so you have not all the power, but like you were the one that wanted to step away. This other dude
Yeah.
might still be waiting for you this whole time.
Yeah.
Mhm. And you know what?
Um,
Sometimes people need to step away to realize what
Hmm.
they have.
That's
mm,
right.
mm. And
Okay.
that's what he did during these 45 days.
Yeah, whatever it was,
Plus, he's
right?
like, I ain't intended these men, so let me go back to my
Right.
ex.
What did you write here, Kevin? What is this?
So literally,
What
Wait,
is this?
so at this
wait.
point in my head, I'm like, people are dropping out of this house like Santorum from a rosebud. Like,
Ew.
like literally. The way
Yo,
people
let me tell you, these notes on the side sometimes are
These are
just.
nasty.
that was
Nasty,
Jonathan's are
nasty.
cute and like stream of conscious, but Kevin's are just like the nastiest notes you've ever read in
but
your
that's
life.
literally what came in my head. I was
I
like,
know it
what
did,
is
and we're not
and
denying
I'm
that it's
like,
not
what is going
authentic.
on? Like, come on, y'all just bloop, yeah, right out.
Anyway, they all said
Anyway,
goodbye, and no one was crying. They were all fake. Only Jobu was the one that like looked like he was showing
Well,
emotion.
because him and Jobu like had and
yeah,
not like a
they're like big
romantic
brother,
connection,
little
but they had
brother.
like a good
Yeah,
relationship. So,
they really
because
did.
they both are good at like I think like empathizing with folks. That's what I've
Yeah.
hmm
noticed. I was like, oh, these two are like good friends. So,
And
Hmm.
hold that thought, Patrick, because that comes back up later.
Ooh.
So then Taehan has an announcement as well. And I was like, oh no, don't tell me he leaving. And then he's like, no, I just have to work. So he's
He's
like, I
like,
gotta work remote. Um, the shift leader of the truck would be whoever volunteers. Bomi and Tomoaki volunteer, and then Tomoyaki ends up leading and chooses Hiroya. And
and
at this
Hiroya
point,
was like, what?
yeah, he was a little shooketh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And at this point, I was like, I'm beginning to crush on Tomoaki. Like, I am really liking this energy I'm getting from him. I was not expecting that I would because when he first came into the house, I was like, he's a negative Nancy, and I don't do that.
But she's showing growth. She's showing growth.
She's showing
That's
growth,
right.
and I love to
And
see
she's
growth.
willing to meet new people because she hasn't met Hiroya yet. Yeah, so.
Right. And I was like, I love this. I love this.
Hmm.
So at the truck, Tomoaki talks about who he went about, well, this is after the truck because at the truck not much happened, but they sat down for their little lunch, and
Hmm.
Tomoaki goes like, oh, I went to my childhood friend's wedding, and it hit him that he couldn't experience this kind of joy as a gay
Mm,
man. And I think for context, currently in Japan,
Legalized.
that yeah, gay marriage is not legalized yet. There's
Hmm.
rumors that it might be, but considering their current prime minister,
Yup,
not
that's
anytime
not
yeah.
soon.
happening during her
Yeah,
Yeah.
her
yeah.
reign.
So,
Um,
anyway, Hiroya asked if his family would be prejudiced as Tomoaki has not come out to his family yet. Um, Overall, Tomoaki's like, regardless, he still wants to come out to them. Back at the house, Jobu gets a text from someone saying to meet them at the foot bath.
Oh my
I
And I was
thought this
like,
God.
was
who
William.
is
I
this?
deadass thought this was William.
Really? You did? I
Really?
didn't. I
I thought it
didn't.
was William or Taehan.
I thought it was Taehan.
You thought Taehan was gonna be like, I
I
lied
thought it
about
was
work.
Taehan too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I
but
lied about
definitely
work.
not
Come meet
William.
me.
William is off breeding Isaiah somewhere by this point. So
Oh
I knew
Lord.
that wasn't it. So anyway,
Hmm.
um, so he had to leave the house, and then I was like, oh my gosh, it's his
I
mom.
This was really
know.
cute.
This
Very
was
cute.
so
You can
cute.
see that they're definitely related. They have the same energy.
Yes, and I
They
love
do,
the
and you could tell,
convo.
and she's a fun mom. Well,
She
she's
is.
And
he's
look at
from
her outfit. She
Osaka.
was wearing diesel. She was
I know,
like,
I saw the diesel shirt. I
Yes.
was like, okay, Osaka mom, you'll be wearing leopard print in
yeah.
like 10 to 15 years too, just like all the other moms there. Yeah. But like that's
I
a thing. They're just chill. Like Osaka, like moms are like chill, super chill. So
hmm Yeah, they were. I just love how, you know, they had a great conversation. She wanted to see Taehan because she was like, I remember him from the first season. So I'm like, okay, so she
mm,
watches the show.
Yeah. Oh, well, I
Um,
hope she watched this episode because
and then she
she's probably
brought
rooting for
food for
him.
the house. She brought some
Hmm.
oden for everybody. So I was like, I love
that was
her.
really cute.
Anybody who brings food and it's good,
How
you're
far
staying
away
on
is
my list.
Osaka from where are they? Hokkaido right now?
Yeah.
It's like
How long is that
not
train?
close.
Well, there's not. I don't think there is a train because
I
Hokkaido,
think
there's a
there is.
big water
There's a
between
train. I think you can take the
Is there a
train
bullet
now. I
train?
don't remember.
from Osaka to Hokkaido, which is a whole nother island.
I think they don't they have a train across the water now or
You
under
tell
it
No,
or
us,
something.
because
our
that
resident
strait is too
expert.
wide.
Oh my, I'm gonna look this up on the
Yeah,
side.
I think you can take. I think you have to fly.
There's a
I can't
train. Choo
remember. I thought
choo.
there's a train.
The train is 12 hours?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's far. I mean, it's
she
far.
had that food cooked for 12 hours?
Well, it was kind of like
It's
frozen.
Odin.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Good
Yeah,
for her. I love her for that.
but anyway,
And she
but
said,
I
make sure to share this with Taehan because
yes,
Zaddy right
but
there.
she shared it with. It was for the whole house. It
Yeah, it
was
was for
so
everyone. It was
much.
for everyone.
And she also mentioned how she made him wear pink outfits.
Hmm.
And so she's like, because of me, you like pink.
That was cute.
She was what I really appreciate, and I think the panelists commented on this too, is like they definitely went into just the way his like way of speaking changed. Like you could tell like they were close. I don't
Yeah,
know, I just
Hmm.
really appreciated that. So
yeah. I love that so much. It really, you could see the privilege he was talking about, which he talks
mm,
about not too
Yeah,
far
which
after this,
we can segue to, yeah.
that he just was in an accepting family. And the one thing that his mom said, which I think sets him apart from the other folks in the house, was she was more worried about how he was struggling once he realized he liked boys. She was worried about that because, and I think from the context of the society in which they were in. So I think she was more worried about him being like, bullied or not being able to say anything because he wasn't sure what was going to happen.
Hmm.
So back at the house, Jobu tells the folks that he saw his mom. Taehyun looks shocked again
hmm.
because I saw
Always
his eyes
shocked.
He
bulge
said, damn,
out.
the rules are
Yeah.
changing this season. Ooh.
Yeah. And then Jobu's mom, and Jobu talks about, yeah, his mom made Oden for everyone. at dinner, they all talk about coming out. And Hiroya's coming out story was interesting. Um, he held like an LGBT theme photo
Exhibit
exhibit.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, at university when he was in university, and it made the newspaper, and that's how his mom found out.
Hmm.
But yet she was pretty supportive.
And all the family took turns like saying they're supportive, which was great.
Right.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
nice.
Yes, which is nice. And then Ryuki mentioned that his dad wants him to have grandkids, and that is what makes it hard for
Mm.
him to come out.
You can
And that's when he
adopt.
starts crying.
Yeah,
And
he can't adopt. They're not two men. I don't think they'll let them do it.
yeah,
Mm.
so to my understanding, which this is what I wish, I don't know if this was cut out or if Taehyun had an opportunity to say this, but I know of folks who like queer folk, Korea and Japan,
Mm.
who pretty much went overseas, adopted, and brought back. And
And
there's
they
ways
honor
that,
it here, and they
yeah,
honor
there's
it.
ways you could do it. Now
Well, yeah,
within,
but you can't, it's not easy.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not easy, and you have to have the money to do it. So it's not impossible.
Right.
But within Japan, and to my understanding, within Korea, it's way more difficult to
Yeah.
do. But if you were to leave and then come back, you could. You could leave, adopt
Mm.
overseas, and bring someone back and bring a kid back.
But I
Or
guess
of
the whole
course, you
idea
could do surrogate.
mhm,
So,
with his dad was just like he wants like the traditional family for his son,
yeah, but
and
it's
it's just not
but I
gonna
also
happen.
like
Mm.
he has to have that conversation because I also feel
I
um
feel like it's gonna happen. You can't push it off forever.
right, you eventually it's gonna have to come out. And I think, because I have a friend that his mom would say the same stuff, and then when he did come out, it was pretty much like a 180. So, and now she's going with him to pride parades and stuff.
Mm.
So, you just
Mm.
never know what the outcome is
He
going to
never
be.
knows, and yeah, he's just
Yeah.
stuck in that
Yeah. And he's
paralysis
also
of like
20. He's
he
really
doesn't want to lose
young.
this man. That's all he
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
has.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's super young.
So I get where he's coming from and how he's feeling.
I
So,
get where
Yeah.
he's coming from, but I'm like Taehyun, where it's like I'm gonna let you know, and if you don't like it, I'm gonna cut ties. Because that
yeah.
is very much me.
Yeah.
Like if
And I
Yeah.
think
if you don't accept
there's
me, I'm cutting ties.
and I think the difference is Taehyun is a 35-year-old man, and he came out to his parents
Like a
after the
year ago.
show. Yeah. And see,
Yeah.
that's
I
different
know,
when
but
you
yeah,
are,
I
Yeah, yeah,
still
yeah.
that's how I felt when I was young, when I was Ryuki. That's just
yeah,
how I've always felt.
right. Because when you are, because Ryuki's probably still dependent on his
Yeah,
dad for
probably.
his finances, right? When you're independent and you don't have to worry about that, it's like I could cut you off because I know I will be fine by myself.
Hmm.
But also, Ryuki's going
Mm-hmm.
through like, this is my only dad, I don't, this is
Mm-hmm.
my only parent. So,
That's right. That's right.
yeah. Um, so then Taehyun, in all his wisdom, says that, you know, they have to remember that they are human beings, not objects, and they
Hmm.
can't be expected to live up to their parents' expectations because you're going to make mistakes. You're going to do all of these things. And
He
Right.
said he had to be selfish, a little bit
yeah,
selfish.
you got to be a little selfish, And he said when he came out, like we said, he was already ready to cut ties. Um, and then Hiroya goes like, "Yeah, this society sucks,"
I was like, same girl,
and I was like, "It
preach,
does." And a part of
preach.
me was like, "Now come to the U.S. and you'll
Yeah.
see exactly what we're talking about." But low key, Japan
Ooh.
is kind of experiencing the same thing. They're just not having agents like on an immigration crackdown. I digress. Um, Ryuki says Jobu's mom making Odin for everyone in the house feels like a miracle because, Jobu's mom is accepting. And that's when Jobu says, I think all parents care about their children just as much and acknowledge that he is speaking from a place of privilege. So, next day, the guys get an announcement that the truck will do a 2-day trip to Sapporo.
Woo! But you got to match. You got to
That's
match.
right. So they got
That's
to write
right.
down the name of the person they
And
want to
who are
go
the
with.
matches? The
Child.
first
So
one,
Huey and Bomi did not surprise me. I was like,
that
okay,
did not surprise
Yeah,
me.
I
Yeah,
was
not at
glad.
all.
I was
that did
like, oh,
not
good,
surprise me.
cute.
But I was
This next
shocked.
one,
Taehyun and Jobu.
I
My
screamed. I was like,
jaw,
please be
my
Jobu, please be
jaw
Jobu.
I
dropped. That's what I wanted, but I was like,
I was like, it's
what?
happening, it's happening.
I was not ready for that. Like
No, I didn't expect it either.
I was not ready.
Good for
Not
her.
ready.
Good for
Like,
her. She deserves
wow.
this.
I was thinking maybe Taehyun and Hiroya, but Jobu,
And
I was
even
shocked.
Taehyun says like a little later, he's like, Jobu needed this. He said that
Yes.
He felt like Jobu needed this.
So we're now on episode 12. So same day, Bomi, Huey, Taehyun, and Jobu are at the truck in Sapporo. There are people
This
who
is really cute.
recognize Taehyun. Jobu is resting his head on the ledge of the truck of the window with puppy eyes,
That
asking
was so
Taehyun
yes.
how
That's such a good
much
like that
they
was such a good
made.
shot. That was
It was
such a good
so
shot.
cute. Bomi and Huey are just as perplexed as the rest of us are because they're like, how are these two even here together? And Bomi goes like, they're like the same height,
They
you know.
were
And I
the
was like,
same height.
they are
And Huey and Bomi are kind of the same height too.
kind of like, yeah, because Bomi's an
It
elongated
was I
die.
loved it. Oh,
Yeah.
I love this double date though. This was cute. Have we ever had four people to a trunk?
I don't know, but it was
Oh, I don't
cute.
think so. But
This
this
was
was cute.
great.
It was really
Mm,
cute. And they made a lot of
They
coin.
made
no,
bank.
they
I don't
They
know if it
did.
was a
did.
location, but they made bank.
They did. And then I was like, Taehyun was speaking Indo to these
Yeah.
Indonesian tourists. Huey was speaking Malay because I don't know if y'all know Malay and Indo are extremely similar.
Mm.
Um, Bomi speaks Korean. I'm like, what is
I know.
happening?
I didn't realize Bomi speaks Korean. I
Yeah.
was like, is Bomi half Korean? Is he a little Korean?
No, I
People are
think
saying
he just learned Korean.
Bomi is um the name of Bomi
Japanese.
is Korean or it means
I
spring.
forget, but I know what you're talking about, Jonathan, where it's like there's like you're part ethnically. Yeah,
It
I don't
could
know.
be, but I
I
I
don't
feel
don't
like
know if
they
know.
would
that's
But
have
a
yeah,
mentioned that.
I think he just learned
he
Korean.
just randomly knows Korean. I was
Mm.
like, Taehyun, you better step up. Ain't you half
And
Korean?
he kind of did.
He was speaking
And
English. Everyone had their little fags sitting out when they were speaking English.
yeah, they were
Oh
speaking
my
English. Yeah.
God, you're
And then
right.
Taehyun was like dancing, and then
Uh-huh.
Jobu got wet and said that he changed his underwear.
I
Like,
bet he
He denies it
what is
did.
wet.
happening?
I bet he did.
I'm
That
like,
was funny that he had to change his underwear. Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on?
Ooh.
Like, oh my goodness. So anyway, back at the house. Oh Lord. After whatever was happening at the
Oh
truck.
my God. This, I
Um,
was like, what is happening
yeah.
here?
I don't know how to feel with Hiroya after this moment. This was complicated.
So they're having a discussion, Hiroya and
Hmm.
Tomoaki. And Hiroya says sloppily, because of prejudice, doesn't like visiting Shinjuku. And pretty much said something about like,
He was like, I don't like the type of people that go there,
go
the crowds, the activities that people do.
right.
And I was
And
like,
I get what he was saying, but the way he
Mm.
said it,
the way he said he was like, I'm not like those gays. Like, I don't like
yeah,
those
it came
gays.
out a little
Hmm.
judgmental. And Tamaki felt a certain kind of way about it, rightfully so, because he's like, this is the community that saved him,
Right.
you
That
know?
saved and like accepted him when he felt so ugly and
Right. And he said, like, it felt like, he said to Hiroya, it felt like he was attacking a big part of him. And he took it really personal and to heart. And Hiroya did not intend that at all. That was the
Mm-mm.
thing. He just said it in a way that was sloppy.
it was just weird. Like, I don't know why
Yeah.
he even brought this up in the first place.
Well,
I guess he was trying to like just connect,
yeah. And at first I was
but
like, this is an interesting conversation. But then this was my thought at this point. So I get what Hiroya was saying because all of us queer folk here, we all like different things, right? And
mhm.
I'm not like, for example, because we say this every now and then, I'm not a Hell's Kitchen gay. Like that's just not my
Wait,
vibe.
what
We're
is
not a
a
WeHo
house? I
gay.
don't
We're not a
know. I
WeHo
don't
Kind of
know
gay.
like
what
a
I.
boys town gay in Chicago.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
I
okay.
mean, what is the gay community in Shinjuku? Like, what is?
It's the
What is tip?
same.
It's like Boys Town.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's like
Boys Town,
But
Hell's
is it just like
Kitchen.
Hell's
messy
Kitchen.
gays, or is it just like queer
No, I
people,
mean
like
it's
drag
just
queens,
like
queer like
It's
yeah, it's
like
more
lesbian,
like
any
non-binary?
bars and partying and
it's
that
any
kind of
like
stuff.
So it's
typical
just messy gays,
it's like any typical neighborhood.
gay
It's this,
nightlife
yeah,
community.
it's the
Yeah,
same
yeah, yeah,
top
yeah,
40
yeah, yeah.
music, the same
Mm-hmm.
kind of
Same
twinks,
80s.
and
I
they
want to
all
dance
kind of
with
look the same. Like
somebody.
Yes,
they're
yes,
either a
yes.
twink or a lean muscle gay. And I mean, that's not a problem because
Correct.
also there's all these other gays. I mean, hello, look at us, right? Like gay people exist in
As
multitudes,
gay
right?
people, we
Mm-hmm.
get to hate gay people
Yeah.
sometimes.
And
That
I get, and Hiroya was trying
that's not
to,
the point of this conversation.
I
yeah.
think that's what Hiroya was trying to be like.
Well,
I
yes,
kind of hate some
yes.
gay people,
Yeah.
but
I
it
don't think he
felt.
was necessarily
I
saying
know
that
the
either.
subtitles made it read so bluntly, like I
Mm-hmm.
Right.
don't like. I feel so prejudiced against those type of gay people,
Yeah.
and I
And
was
I
like,
think he kind of said it that way, but that was not what he was intending to say. It was just a sloppy way to say it. And you could tell Hiroya felt horrible
well, he started
because
crying, nervously
he was
crying,
literally
like
crying because he's like, I did not mean to hurt you in any way. He
Right.
was trying to connect because he was trying to understand
they
a
both come from
community that
different
he did
worlds, yeah,
not feel connected to.
and doesn't like.
Yeah. I mean, I would say this. It didn't come off as if he doesn't like that group. It's just not a group he connects with because it's very different from who
Which
he
is what he should
is.
have said because
Right,
those
which
are
is what
like,
he should
but
have
he
said.
didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't. The way he said it came off kind of sloppy, you know. So then things were really tense and awkward because now Tomoaki is in his feelings and he did not take that very well, which I also understand. Because like you said,
In the
if
moment, I'd
that's
be like,
yeah,
let's stop talking, girl. Like,
yeah.
let's.
So meanwhile in
Correct.
Ooh.
Sapporo, thankfully we switch. um Taehyun and Jobu are on a date. I'm still in shock this is even happening because none of this feels real to me.
Hmm.
Wait,
Like,
Taehyun, you gave this man a second chance. Why?
yeah, I was
Are you gonna ruin
very
it again?
confused. And then Jobu asked Taehyun what Taehyun thought of the first day on the truck, if he thought the first day on the truck was fun. And Taehyun said it was normal.
He said it wasn't
Yeah.
fun, but it was normal.
It was
He
normal. I'm
literally
like,
said
that was
like
not
he
I was
normal.
like, that
he
was
just
not
said it
normal.
was
Like you
normal.
was mad as fuck that day. Like say it.
Yeah.
Say you were irked.
But Jobu wasn't like offended by it,
No,
so
he wasn't. He wasn't. He was
because he
No.
just
knew he was awkward. Like he knew
right.
he was like,
He wasn't on his
yeah,
best. He wasn't
Yeah.
the
correct.
Riz wasn't on.
Yeah. And what
Mm-hmm.
gave Taehyun, I guess, not a change of heart, but kind of drew him more to Jobu. And Taehyun said this is that he noticed that Jobu really cherishes bonds with other people, which was impressive and led him to write his name down because he saw how
He said,
you,
you the me of this season, so maybe I'll give you a second chance.
well,
He is. He's the one that's giving advice, that's pulling people to the side to be
I
like,
would
let's
say
talk. How
this.
you feeling?
Jobu gave some advice here and there.
He's also like a messy, crying, yearner,
Right.
like
The
lonely
difference
boy,
is
but
like Jobu has deep connections with people. Taehyun didn't really, we didn't see a lot of that last season. We
it
know
was
that
Right.
only with
Taehyun has
Gensei. It was
connections to
only
Gensei and to Alan and all of that later.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't really see that as much in the way that we're seeing that with Jobu, where you could see he ended up connecting with a lot of the guys in the house, most
Yeah.
specifically with Kazuyuki, you
mm,
know. So just seeing how he connects with people and is empath and is an empath. I think Taehyun's like,
yeah,
oh, I like
it's
this, you know.
yeah.
And I really liked that. I was like, what a nice thing to say. I was like, if somebody said that to me, I'd be
It's
like,
a
oh
good thing to
dang.
notice too
Yeah,
that like people
yeah,
like you for a reason. Like
yeah.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
people are
Mm-hmm.
drawn to you, so you must
yes,
be a good person
yeah. And I was like, okay, Taehyun, I see you. We see each other. Okay.
this
So
time around.
this time around. So Hue and Bomi's date. Ah, 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 ah. So Hue talks about how he wants to live with his partner. Um, he also
Surprising.
mainly because he wants to show his mom what kind of life he has. And then Hue's like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. You know,
Mm.
and I was like, did you drink that much
I
wine?
said, girl, go piss, girl. I
Yeah.
forgot that he said he has a gift. and
Yeah,
he
so
brought
he
these
comes back with these
matching
matching
mugs
mugs.
That was cute.
It was so cute. Oh, I was like,
as
oh
their
my
But then
names
I
goodness.
on the
was like, when did he
bottom.
make it? Oh, when he was on his trip. I was like, oh, okay, that
I
He
was
makes
he
like,
was
sense.
camera
thinking
crew
about
went with
him.
you to
Yeah, of course.
Tokyo to
They
this
set it
mug
up.
making class,
Yes.
so you can sloppily make these ghost bird mugs. But
I
it was
mean,
cute.
they
It was
were
cute.
cute.
They
They
were
were
They were
cute.
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 They were
And
cute.
it's the
Sorry,
thought that
Jonathan, they
counts.
weren't 3D printed.
You wanted it to be three. I knew you were gonna say that.
You set me up. I cannot with that 3D printer.
Hiroya would have 3D printed some beautiful mugs.
But I mean, it's the thought. Like, if
Yeah, he's putting in the effort finally.
Yeah.
he's putting in the
He's like
effort,
reciprocating the effort
But you
yeah,
finally.
know what
he's
was even cuter is that you didn't get the mug with your name on it. You got the name of the other person on your mug. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. So if they're not there, you could look at the bottom of the mug. I was like, dang, I
it's
need a man to
so
make me a
cute.
mug.
So
Go get
cute.
you one. Come on.
I I was I was like, Hue, 10 out of 10. You did that.
He's really
Even
opening up. He's like grown so much in the show. I'm like
yes.
proud of him.
I
And
mean, the
growth is
friends
a
were like,
beautiful
"Go
thing.
for it."
I just loved it. Back at the house, things are so awkward. You got
It's just
Ryuki,
hilarious.
you got Ryuki and Tomoaki
Enjoy the
and
chicken.
Hiroya
They
eating
eating this chicken
chicken.
in silence, girl. The
It
way
was
I
they're
so
like,
know.
awkward. And I'm like, this chicken look good too. Like, and y'all
the
You
just,
panelists were
love
like,
chicken.
"Yo, they
You're
fucking
so
up that
obsessed with
chicken.
chicken.
Fucking up
yeah.
that chicken."
I was like, are y'all even enjoying the chicken? Like, I would, I
I would
was,
have taken it to my room and be like, excuse me, I'm gonna eat this by myself
How did
now.
Ryuki not feel the tension in the
yeah,
room?
I
I
don't
would have
know
been
how
like,
he
"What
didn't notice.
happened?"
Y'all just sitting in silence. Like, unless the chicken was, for him, it was so good. He's like,
The
I don't
chicken
care
was
what they doing.
bussing. They
It,
didn't
because
realize.
he was slurping it off. But anyway, back at Sapporo, I realized that the couples are sleeping in separate rooms.
No, it's the same room,
Well,
separate beds.
separate rooms, as in Jobu and Taehyun have their room, and then,
What
Yeah.
separate dates? Separate dates, of course.
yeah, and Hue and Bomi
Different
have their room.
hotels.
Same hotel, different rooms.
Is it really the
Um,
same hotel?
yeah,
Oh, I
Probably,
didn't
yeah.
see.
yeah, same hotel because I mean the rooms look exactly the same. They're just
Yeah,
different
the
rooms.
bedrooms looked like pretty
All right,
similar.
Queen. All right.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, they're sharing a room, and I'm like, this feels so weird. Like, I still don't believe this is happening.
We're getting the Alan in what was his
And
name?
Kazuto, a little. That was
Kazuto
steamy. That was
episode we
steamy.
deserve.
Yeah.
Alan
I
was
thought
like,
that's what we
I'm
were
ready.
getting.
I'm still mad about that. Alan was like, I'm ready to make good TV, and Kazuto was like, oh, I don't know. I was like, oh my God, put me
Kazuto
in
said,
there. I
"I
mean, we
already
talked about
got
it's like
something out
I
there."
was like, you can film whatever you want of me, sir. Put me in that was a beautiful hotel too. My God,
It
what a
was. That was
waste.
a really nice hotel with Alan and
Yeah.
Kazuto.
Like a
Ooh,
$300 a night hotel. I was like,
that
oh
was
my gosh.
beautiful. And this hotel that, these
It was
four are in,
cute.
It
it
was
was okay.
okay.
It
The
was
It was
double
cute.
cute. All of
beds.
us were like,
Come on.
that's like what I stay when I'm cheap.
So Taehyun is speaking English to Jobu, which I'm like,
I was
Oh my,
like,
I was just like, oh my gosh.
yeah, I was like, why is he saying this in English? I think
yeah,
maybe the liquor was getting to
yeah,
him.
that the
They were
alcohol
sitting on
must
that
have been
Yes.
couch,
something.
like shorts
Tehan
out.
had a glass of wine in every scene, and it was not the same glass of wine. I
No, it
noticed that.
wasn't.
Because even
So
I was like, damn, dude, I want some wine now. I thought about it. It's like, should I pour a glass?
The lips were getting loose.
and
He's like,
Jobu was getting loose
he
because
said,
he
you
was
do
like,
you
"Can I
feel like you
rest on
need
your
a
thigh?"
man? And he said, I want a man.
Yeah,
In English, he said, I want a man.
he was
I don't
like, "Can
need a
I
man, I
rest on
want
your
a man.
thigh?" He did. He laid up on
Hmm.
his thigh, and
And
then
then
Taehyun reciprocated and did the
He
same
said,
to
let me lay on
him.
Yeah,
your
but
thigh,
my favorite
Jobu.
thing is like Taehan like play he was playing a move because he's like, what's this part of the body called again? And I'm like, sir, you know what part of the body that is. Don't be I was like,
He
you
was
trying to
being
be
coy,
slick.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Anyway,
That was so cute though.
That
But
was cute.
it was really cute.
but
Taehyun was
Kevin,
on Jobu's lap and he was
because
rubbing his hair.
Jonathan's a good boy, so I'm gonna ask Kevin this. But Kevin, were you looking? Because they're both wearing sweatpants. Were you trying to get a little?
I did look. I did
I
look.
did
I
too.
did
I
look.
did
I did
too.
look.
I
I
was
did
Yo,
like,
look.
Messi. Yo,
I did
Messi.
look. I mean,
Y'all
if it's
paused and zoomed in.
there,
Enhance.
I,
Enhance.
if
I
it's
zoomed in a
there,
little. I was like,
I
wait.
mean, I didn't see much, but I was
I
looking.
didn't either. I was so
I was
disappointed.
looking.
I
So,
also,
um, at the hotel the next day, Hue is giving Bomi a massage in his, as in Hue's bed. So I was like, y'all switched
I was
beds.
like, hop off. I was like,
Or
what you
he
doing on
joined the
there?
Oh,
bed
I didn't
with
realize
you.
that. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. And I was like, oh.
No, the other bed was unmade, so they probably slept separately.
Or maybe
You know, Hue probably
because they
like
started
Yeah,
in separate
they didn't
beds.
sleep together. They weren't because
he
Bomie
Yeah.
had his
sprawled
like
out.
hair tied up and all. I was like, all right, well, you
Yeah, he was
nothing ain't
giving him
happening in this
a
room.
massage.
Yes, a
More
Yeah.
massage.
skinship, just feeling each other.
Yeah.
Mm,
And then Jobu gets into Taehyun's
mm.
bed
That was
under the
crazy.
sheets.
Oh my
I
God. And being like,
screamed.
are you sure? Are you sure you're tired? I'm just like, oh my God. I was like,
I
Jobu,
wish I
these
had
men don't,
X-ray vision. I wish I had
I
X-ray
was
vision.
like, the
Jobu, these men don't
amount,
deserve you.
oh, the amount of stuff happened. Also, love, love, love Jobu's legs. Oh my gosh. As we said last time,
Mm,
because Jonathan is not gonna say anything about this, but Patrick and I are on the same page with this.
I love me a pair of
If
legs, so, ooh, baby.
Yeah,
Oh, baby.
honestly, Jobu would be a great friends with benefits. 100%.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
100%.
Yes,
Do
That's
yes,
my
not
yes,
know
yes.
that's
if he
my
would be
sister. I
boyfriend
can't. That's my
material, but
sister.
friend with benefits.
Jobu, you in Chicago, I'll give you my number. We don't even gotta meet in the apps.
Oh,
Just,
Joe, we'll leave a comment. Come on the
hey,
pod,
hit
Joe
me
Boo.
up.
Same.
Hit me up.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
mean, I want to know what happened between. They just glazed over it. They didn't talk about what happened. Like, what were you doing in his bed?
Well, they were canoodling. They
Were
weren't
they
like,
sampling the merchant?
yeah,
Were
they were
they?
just canoodling. They
Oh
were
yeah,
just
they're definitely
cuddling,
They were
hands
just.
be
nothing was
no
being
hands be
inserted,
cupping and
nothing like
cupping
that.
and
Hands
So,
were hands were feeling. Hands
there
were
might have been a
yeah,
hand,
a
but
hand
yeah,
or two, you
a
know.
morning
couple,
hand.
couple
Yeah.
Mm,
fingers.
Yeah, but oh,
I would like to
but
see it.
Taehyun is not the one to make the first move. We learned from this. It
Yeah,
seems as
yeah, yeah,
if
yeah.
Taehyun wants that reassurance
He
from the
needs
other
that Jobu
person,
energy.
right? And Hiroya seems as if he's not going to be making those moves either. Anyway, back at the house, Tomoaki is on the sofa. Ryuki and
Mad
Hiroya
as
are in
hell
the
still.
gym. I'm thinking Hiroya is going to start to talk to Ryuki about this tension he has with Tomoaki. No,
No.
instead, Ruki asked about like how
Is
people know their
uh-huh.
types, and Hiroya says something like, "Oh, I believe it's, when you want someone based on who you hang out with, and that kind of influences your preferences and all
Mm.
of that." And then Ryuki says that he doesn't like necessarily handsome guys, just likes muscles.
And I was
And I was
like,
like,
girl, I went from bad boys to
They're
now
really trying to give Ryuki a
she likes a
story, and
muscle queen.
it's just not
yeah,
happening.
I love like he was like, yeah, muscles, and he was like, baseball players. Like
yeah,
the panel's
yeah.
like, oh, you like thigh and butt cheeks and thigh
Hmm.
meat,
Yeah, yeah.
and I was like,
Hmm.
Hiroya is wearing like a New York Yankees cap, so I was like, is that what brought it up?
Oh, I
Oh,
didn't clock
maybe,
that.
I mean,
maybe.
but two twins, no.
Well, you have a twink and whatever. I mean, Hiroya a little too old to be a twink. But anyway, um, later that night.
What? That is not how that works. Anyway, continue.
Later that
Okay,
night,
so Patrick, before we get into that, I know that you like to still see yourself as a twink, but remember, we were born in the 80s, okay?
oh,
I
There's
insert
a certain
wasn't.
time
dinosaur,
that you
insert
I
retired from
dinosaur,
wasn't
that.
born in the 80s.
insert
I was born in
prehistoric.
2007.
Okay, you know what?
All right,
Stop.
yes.
You know when
Anyway,
I was really born? It's like last year. That's when I had my rebirth. So we're gonna cut my rebirth
New
year.
and
I'm
even
like
then you
a
year.
wouldn't be a twink because you got to be you can't be a year old. Then you're just a baby. Gaga goo goo.
Speaking of babies,
Anyway,
so
last
gaga
night,
goo.
later that night, the
later
couples
that
come back
night,
Uh,
the two couples come back to
and
the
they see that the
house.
girls are fighting. They see that, damn,
They
like
feel
what
the
happened? We
tension.
leave for 2 days and y'all mess up the house.
Yeah, they feel the tension.
they say, what
Well,
happened?
first thing they do before they get to that, they talk about how they talk with the guys how much they made, and how the trip was overall.
They bragging, yeah.
Bomi asks like what the guys did in the house. Tomoaki, he's so messy. He says we did 8 times less than what y'all did. And I
I
was
was
like,
like,
okay.
I was like, what does that mean?
And then you cut to Hue and Bomey being cute again, and Bomey mentions that he'll be leaving the house for a week, and they say they'll really miss each other.
They
And at this point,
hug,
I'm like,
they're hugging, they're
and I'm like, can y'all just kiss at this
Even the
point?
panel was
they
like,
should have
just
kissed.
kiss.
They were looking at each other like
But you know
Hue
what?
was in in between his legs, and they were looking
Wasn't
up at
it?
each other
Didn't
and down.
William and Isaiah also do the same thing where they were just like pretty much up in each? It's just like, would you just kiss already?
Yes.
But
And
they
I mean,
did
they
Yeah.
finally
kiss.
did,
But
but
Yeah,
Bomey and
but not
Hue
at
should have
that
kissed
point.
at that moment. They literally like
Yeah.
peckered at each other, but like they didn't go for it. And I'm like,
and I
You all
guess Hue
really think
was
these
worried,
men
like, I
aren't
don't want to be
kissing at
Bomey's
all,
first
though?
kiss, or I don't
no, they
know.
would keep it for the camera if they
Really?
kissed. The
Right.
I
cameras
don't
would
know
have caught
how
it,
they do it.
or they would production would have been like redo that,
I don't know if they'll tell them
Hmm.
to redo it, but
Yes, they
redo it.
would. They would absolutely tell them
They'd
to
be
redo
like, we weren't rolling,
it.
redo it.
Mhm. So anyway, Tomoaki and Jobu are chatting in the kitchen at this point.
And he said, "Fuck
And
Hiroya,
Tomoya
that
and
fake bitch.
Tomoaki
She
tells
hates me."
Jobu
I love
about,
the whispering. That's when you
yeah,
know
he
they're
was
getting
whispering.
petty. I was like, oh, what?
He said, "I don't fuck with her. I don't feel
He
safe in
did
this
he was not
house."
that mean. He was just saying like he was not happy with
He
the way that
said that that's
conversation
not a
went.
sister. There's not a sisterhood anymore.
She
He
Mm-mm.
didn't
was
even
just
go to the bars. She didn't even buy a drink, not even a vodka
mm-mm.
tonic. Oh my God.
And then what killed me was as soon as Hiroya comes by,
They said,
Tomoaki
"Oh."
changes that subject quick. He's like,
They
this is
said, "Should
not
we keep this
clean.
ice bag?"
Can you get the,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
change that quick. And then later we see that Hiroya is chatting with the rest of the house
And they
about,
talking mad loud. They're like, "You should apologize." And
and
they're
the
like
thing
looking
is, like, at
over.
this point,
He's
Hiroya
on the
already
couch right
did
there.
apologize, right? And
He apologized, but I think it was still like, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. But it's still, I don't know. You did say that though.
I feel as if you are that remorseful, because clearly immediately after and when Hiroya realized the way he said it, the plane did not land the way it was intended to land. He was so emotional and literally crying. It's like he was extremely sorry. Like he
I don't
Hmm.
know. Some
did
people cry
not
for everything.
intend to hurt
Mm, you're
White
right.
women will
Tomoaki at all.
cry over.
Like
So
and you could tell it was not crocodile tears. Like it really, like when it hit him, he was like, "Oh my
I
gosh!"
know, but
Like
are you crying because you're sorry, or are you crying because you're like, ooh, America's gonna hate me now?
I don't
The
think
camera
they were
caught me
thinking
slipping
Number
that.
hard.
two.
I don't necessarily think Hiroya was thinking that. And later, as we know, Jobu was talking to Tomoaki and was like, "Hiroya's not that kind of person."
Yeah,
Right,
Like,
right.
I think by this point, I think we've learned that Hiroya is pretty hard on himself. So for someone who's hard on themselves, I don't think they're going to be like, "Oh, I'm going to try to do this for the cameras." Like,
Hmm.
I think he's going to be like, "Oh my gosh, like this was
I
really
know. Just
bad for
like
me to."
it's one
Yeah,
could say it was damage control, but yeah, of course it wasn't because he's not that
yeah,
type of person.
yeah. With him,
Yeah.
it's not.
So
Now if it was maybe like Shun, sure, but anyway,
anyway, they had to like homeboy had to. Um, what was I gonna say? I was gonna
Yeah,
say
what?
Tamaki had to. He had
What
to go
just
walk. He
happened?
had to go for a
yeah.
whole
The next
walk to
day he
think
goes
about
for
it.
a walk
Oh
to
yeah.
think about,
He like had to really process like, do should I forgive this guy? Like, was it really that deep?
yeah. And then he goes back to the house. That's when we find out that Ryuki and Bomi had to leave temporarily for school. And we
Oh, they
already
were
knew
Hmm.
leaving.
Bomi had to leave. Didn't know about Ryuki leaving. So that was like,
Yeah,
oh,
whatever.
so now the house got like five people. Um, and then they asked Hue about like, did he know Bomi was leaving? And Hue's playing dumb. It's like,
He's he,
boy, you
he
knew
said
he
that's
was
my
leaving. He
man's
told
business.
you.
My man's business. I'm not gonna tell you my man's
Right.
Hmm.
So Tomoaki then apologizes to everyone in the house for ruining the mood and explained what happened and how he felt. And then, he really apologized.
I feel like
And
he shouldn't need to be the one to apologize first. Like
I
he can also
agree.
apologize for
so
bringing down the mood,
this is
but
how,
I know you like to be the bigger person to take the high road
right.
for
And
yourself.
honestly, Tomoaki did the right thing because already Hiroya had apologized immediately after. So I'm always going to go back to that because he did apologize. Like, we can't pretend there was no apology.
Mm.
And then Tomoaki is apologizing for ruining the mood, but also wanted to make sure that he opened the door to actually talk with Hiroya. Because remember, both of them felt awkward. And
Yeah.
Hiroya was like, I don't know what to do, because that's what he was trying to figure out with the other guys in the house. Like, I don't know how to approach this because I want to talk to him. But how about if he doesn't want to talk to me because he's still upset? Then we're not going to be
which
able
is
to have a
fine.
conversation. And
Yeah,
then Tomoaki really needed that moment to think because that before he went out, he was like, I don't feel like talking to him because he was so upset, which again, rightfully so. I get where he was coming from. So I think, at this point, Tomoaki had to say something or there
Mm.
wasn't going to be any progress. And he did. He thought about it. And he's like, let's do this. And they were like, let's go to a cafe and really talk it out. And Roy's like, I really, really want to make sure that we clear the air. I'm happy that you brought it up because he's like, I didn't know how to approach this. So
mhm.
at the cafe, Hiroya and Tomoaki talk it out, and they both experience growth because this is when Hiroya explains that he was really just trying to get to know Tomoaki because he was not familiar with that group of people that he hangs out with. And he's said that being in the house had him learn that everybody is very different
Mm.
and he can get along with different kinds of people. So when he was asking the question, even though the delivery was shitty, he was really just trying to understand his own perspective. He just said it in a way that was not cool.
Mm. Mm.
And
Mhm.
I love how Tomoaki was like, you know, now he understood and he himself is opening up in the house. So
Yeah,
I'm
he said
glad,
the old me
yeah, would have just gone to his room.
would have just gone to his room, and Hiroya was like, the old me would have just cut you off
Right. And instead they're like, we're both
or
sitting
cut ties with
here
you. Yeah.
to really talk to each other, communicate and understand each other. Because really
I
at
mean,
the end
and
of the
we'll see
day,
if they'll go back to, if they're just gonna stay cordial, if they're gonna go back to like
I hope they
absolutely being
don't. I
friends.
really hope they don't. Like, it does seem as if it was very sincere growth. So I think they'll continue from that.
We'll
I
see. I don't
do
know.
appreciate that.
Is Tomoaki a Scorpio? Comment, let us know. Because I know how
uh,
I deal with the situation.
yeah, I always think that communicating is
Hmm.
so important. If you have an issue, yes, you can be angry because that's a normal emotion. Yes, you can be upset. Those are all normal things to experience.
Mm.
But if you really value that relationship with that person, then you got to at least talk it out. And then
Right.
when you hear their side and you're still not satisfied, then you could go to the next step, which
Correct.
might be
Correct.
cutting
Correct.
them out.
Correct.
But I always think it's worth giving the person the opportunity to explain themselves.
Yeah.
Unless they're ice. Ice doesn't have no.
Oh my God. And
Nope. Speaking of which, next day.
speaking of ice,
Yeah. Hiroya says he's going to make use of the bowling privilege that was bestowed on him
he's like, now that
from
I fought half the house,
right
I want to take Taehyun on a date.
on a
Mm.
surprise date.
And
And
Jobu was like, bitch, why?
yeah.
After we slept together, you trying to steal my man again?
Ah.
You already had a cafe date with him. Back off my man.
So for the coffee truck is Hue, Jobu, and
It's
Tawaki.
volunteer based, but it's the three of them, so might as well,
Yeah,
right?
they're the
Yeah, they're
last
just
three in
like,
the
why
house at this
not?
point.
Um,
Hiroya takes Taehyun to a museum. I love a museum date. Like, by the way, if you ever want to take me out on a date, take me to a museum. And I would definitely be
you
happy.
can
Hit up
take
our
me, but you better
DMs.
pay the fee. I'm not paying if you take me on a museum date.
That's right. If you ask me out and the idea is a
Pay that
museum, you should be
$30 admission
paying.
fee. Hit up our DMs. Kevin is willing to go on a date.
Not with anybody, because I'm also selective. So I might
Ooh,
politely
I'll
turn
go
you
with
down.
anybody. If you pay for the entrance fee, I'll go with you. I don't care.
there you
No,
go.
yeah, me,
Patrick's
I
DMs are
wouldn't.
open.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna let you, I mean, I like things that are free,
Ooh,
but also
why?
at
You
the
could just
same
pull a
time, if
Taehan
it's
and be like, "You brought me out, girl."
yeah. So anyway, at lunch, Taehan brings up the Sapporo trip and how he
Hmm.
was feeling when he wrote down the names,
Then
and
he's
he
like,
was
"I
pretty
almost
torn.
chose you, but I didn't. But I
Right.
almost did.
Yeah.
So just
And
to make you feel
Hiroya
better,
felt
I almost
comfort
did.
in that.
Hmm.
It felt comfort that you were second choice, girl."
Well, that he was considered. So,
I'd be like, "Thanks." I don't know. I feel like that would be a comfort. I'd be like, "Okay."
I mean, at least Taehyun was honest and was like, I was thinking about you, but
But I wanted to
and the
taste some
thing is he
Jobu.
already spent time with Hiroya anyway. So I guess he was trying
That's
to
true. That's
like
true.
really,
He was trying to redo his time with Jobu, which is good.
yeah,
Hmm.
give him a second chance. And it
Hmm.
ended up being better than whatever that first time was. Then at the truck, Hue mentions that he has to go to Thailand suddenly. And I'm like, wait
I
a
thought it was
minute,
a
you just got
joke.
back.
Right, because it
And
was said and it was said so like flat too. I was
I
just
was like,
like,
"Girl, you got a BL to watch. You got a
I
BL
thought he
event to
was
go to."
making I thought he was making it up because so many people left and it was gonna be a joke. I was like, oh no, this he's serious.
yeah, I was
But
really
no.
surprised. And then we found out it was because his grandmother had passed.
Yeah, which is
So it's like he's
So,
gonna be
which
gone
is
for like
just,
a whole nother week then.
yeah,
How much time do we have left in the house?
not
yeah.
a
I'll be
lot.
Who
gone until
knows
the
at this
finale.
point? Well,
It's
we
a
got
long
three more
funeral.
episodes after this. So at lunch, Jobu definitely feels some kind of way that Taehyun is on a date with Hiroya. Not because
I
it's
would too.
Hiroya, but because he is spending less time with Taehyun. That's
He
what he
wanted
says.
another morning
Hmm.
session.
Exactly. Or another lunch date, something. So he's not mad at Hiroya because low key, I think Jobu would do the same. But I think, yeah, he's losing time with Taehyun. Later at the house, Jobu and Tomoaki return with Hiroya and Taehyun and Hiroya and Taehyun are making a prank. They kind of like jump from behind the
They did not
peninsula.
jump fast enough. This boy was
They
like,
really didn't.
ah,
They were kind of slow. Like y'all failed at it.
yeah.
At dinner, Jobu felt some kind of way with Hiroya helping Taehyun after some hot broth
Mm.
I don't know why you
splashed on
feeling,
his
girl, get
hand.
up faster. Grab something
Right.
faster.
I was like,
Don't
Make
look
your
like you
girl.
missed
move.
your chance.
So
I would have been
anyway,
like, oh, let me get the ice. Stay there. Everyone stay there. I'll get the ice. Don't
right.
worry.
He didn't move fast enough, and Hiroya was like on it. Then Bomi returns as the guys are drinking after dinner, and he finds a letter note in his mailbox from Hue, and it
Which
was
is cute.
so cute. It said, I had to return to Thailand. I miss you and I want to
Hmm.
see your face. And I'm like,
Ah,
ah,
Yeah,
they could
that
have
was
ended the
Hue.
episode
cute.
right here. They could have
Ah,
ended it right here,
Even I
honestly.
was like, okay.
I was like, ah,
ah. I was like, goodness, that
they
just,
keep missing each
I
other.
know.
I
Next
need a
day,
kiss.
they are assigned to form a group of two and one of three. And I was like, whoever did this is messy as fuck. So both Hiroya and
Jobu?
Jobu choose Taehyun,
Hmm.
and Taehyun has to make a choice.
And
Hmm.
he's giving us TV. He's like, ugh,
Yeah, his face
ugh,
is turning red. He's rubbing his hair.
oh, who should I
Um, and then
choose?
of
Oh,
course they end the show right there. And I was like, see,
I
I
was
knew
like,
they were gonna
girl,
do this shit to me.
if
Yeah.
you don't
And
pick
now we're
Jobu,
gonna be on this cliffhanger for
Now
a
it's
whole nother
good
week.
television though. They're like
Right.
really
now that
they're
they got the
learning.
established couple out of the show, now
Hmm.
we can finally get to the
Yeah,
nitty
yeah,
gritty.
yeah.
Yes. Yes. And I cannot wait. So I have to ask y'all, because we're running out of time. What do y'all think is who do you think he's gonna choose?
Jobu,
You think he's gonna choose Jobu?
Jobu, I think he had a much better time with Jobu. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's just like I agree. I think it should I did I say this earlier? Like I think Jobu balances Tehan, or like we were talking about a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not so
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
directly. And honestly, what the heck is the other guy's name?
Hiroya,
Hiroya?
Hiroya. It like I don't know. He's just like sloppy. Like I get they have a similar background, but okay.
It showed we got a lot more of Roy in these
Yeah.
3 episodes.
Sloppy
You
is
know, he
Real
got
hilarious.
talk
messy. He
though.
got
Real talk though. I know like being with a partner that has similar interests is a plus in the sense that it's like easier, but
Right.
from my personal life, I found that it's more interesting. It's not always easy, but it's more interesting to have a partner that isn't necessarily like almost a copy of you.
Right.
Like,
mm,
because then it's just like you learn so much from each other and then you can teach
Right.
each other. So, like, life is more interesting. Like, you
Right.
explore things that you wouldn't. So, I would say he should pick Jobu. Who he's gonna pick, I don't know. But
yeah.
if he doesn't, I think he's making a mistake.
I think
So,
he should
Mm.
pick Jobu because Hiroya could be a great friend, a great art friend, a great
Right.
yes,
collaborator.
yes, let's go to the gallery. Let me
But
show
I
you
feel like you were
my LGBT photos that my mom.
my little gay hater designer
Yes.
friend.
But I'm not gonna show in the neighborhood because I hate all of them.
Because I know he hates messy
I
queens.
yes,
But
Christ.
Jobu, he was on that leg, he was on that thigh, he was in
He
that
was,
bed.
yes, there's already the
Come on.
skinship. There's already,
Hmm.
There's
there's
something there, and
there's
I
an
know he wants to
intimacy
explore that.
that
Yeah.
would be wet and exciting and
There's a
lustful.
physical and
Like,
emotional connection between those
right.
two. Like
Like,
if Taehan can't see that, then Taehan needs to go to therapy and get some work done.
Ooh,
yeah,
So
because I think Taehan and Hiroya are just gonna be friends.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, which is fine. And with that said, friends, that is it for this bonus episode of Rye Can Top My Knee. Be safe and use your knee to hit the subscribe button, like how I want to knee Jobu in a way he'd enjoy.
I hope I hope that Jobu in your life hits that subscribe button and likes this video
Please do it.
in your knee, in
Yes.
your milk.
Poor
Everywhere.
Jobu getting kneed. Jesus
Rosebud.
Christ.
Yeah.
No, no
Okay.
rosebud.
Not
no.
the rosebud.
No.
Oh my
Rosebud.
God.
Goodbye. See you next
Bye,
week, y'all, for the
everybody.
family.
Bye.